Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we've got a twofer for the people. We have our good friend Kirk Goldsberry, instant reaction right after Game 3 of the NBA Finals. So you get the freshest, hottest takes. We recorded it on Wednesday night. And then we have our good friend Danny Woodhead, fresh off of his attempt to make the U.S. Open. He fell a little short, but it was great to catch up with him. And we have the biggest celebrity in the entire world on this show, Henry Lockwood, which we'll get to as well. We're going to talk Game 3. We have those two interviews. We have Fyre Fest of the Week. Great show sending you off into the weekend. And we're brought to you, as always, by our friends at Visible, our presenting sponsor. What would you do with the extra money you'd save by switching to Visible? Well, you could pay $60 with some carriers or as little as $25 a month with Visible. With the extra money, you could take someone on a date or maybe just live your single life and buy yourself dinner. Speaking of singles, who was the single most important player or play of the night? Billy.
Jason Tatum, once again, did not have that good of a game.
He played pretty well.
Very good game.
But he's not giving MVP performances.
Okay. Very good game. But yeah, go ahead.
But Al Horford also was a huge role player and also put up tons of points.
Okay.
So I think Al Horford's my
all right.
of the night.
Tons of points.
There are tons of points. I think he had 10.
Tons. You meant to say tens of points.
That's Billy's pick for the most important player or play of the night. And we want to hear your single most important player or play from the last game. And we're giving away some PMT signed basketball jerseys to AWLs who tag PMT Invisible on Instagram and Twitter with their submission. Just pick a player, pick a play, tag PMT Invisible on Instagram and Twitter. You could win a free basketball jersey signed by us. So make sure to tag us both for your chance to win and switch to Visible at visible.com/pod. Get unlimited single line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Comparison to a single line with unlimited data at other major carriers. For plan and network details, see visible.com/pod. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Visible. Go to visible.com/pod. Get unlimited line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Today is Friday, June 10th. I don't really know how to start it other than saying, Hank,
congratulations.
Actually, the question is, Hank, how many people do you think want your life?
I don't know. I mean, it was a great night. Probably a lot.
Yeah. So to recap, the Celtics win Game 3 convincingly. It was actually a very, very fun game to watch because you had the Warriors almost, come back, the 7-point possession, all these things happen, and the Celtics, who were the better team, win the game. Hank is sitting on the wood. He gets the ball, pump fakes a shot. He does his fist pumps where he actually is now done a very good job of keeping his right hand cocked and loaded but not releasing it.
He had one towards the end after the block where he let them both fly.
It was kind of, he was holding one and then it was kind of moving a little bit. He was sitting with Guy Fieri. He went to the club with Guy Fieri. He also sat on Paul Pierce's 75th or top 75 basketball coat that every top 75 player got, a special jacket. He sat on it. Then when Paul Pierce was like, hey, you're sitting on my jacket, he got up and he moved and he sat on Paul Pierce's phone. He had an all-time night. So you just go. Like, this is, we'll pepper in questions, but it is the Henry Lockwood show to start this one.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to write down some notes to just to things to go over because there was so Dana Barros, random, but Celtic legend, was wearing a Dana Barros jersey during the pregame warmups and was standing 2 feet in front of me. He was literally boxing me in. I was just stuck behind him. That was unreal. Celtic legend. Bill Walton, recurring guest. He was there like a row behind us.
Did you talk to him? Did you remind him of the time we interviewed him in Vegas?
We didn't really get to talk to him. We were just kind of like we were a little far away from each other. But when the T-shirt, they came out with all of the T-shirt girls and were like throwing T-shirts. He was just standing there and just asking for T-shirts and grabbing them, grabbed one, like put it down and like put his hand back up and just grabbed one, put it down. I believe it was his wife had like a sick Celtics Garcia, like Jerry Garcia jersey. The Paul Pierce thing. I mean, that needs to get cleared up a little bit though.
Okay, please.
First of all, he was a little tipsy. Like he was.
I don't like where
like,
this is going, Hank. It sounds like you're blaming Paul for you almost stealing his stuff.
No, and Big Cat knows this. Where Dave will like, basically just for the sake of the story, make things up to make it seem like more.
I don't think so.
More ridiculous. I didn't sit on the jacket. He put his jacket like on my seat, and I went to sit in a different place. I was like, "Oh, can't sit in the jacket." He's like, "No, you definitely can't sit in the jacket." And he had just thrown his phone like on the bench. So when I sat down, he's like, "That's my fucking phone." But he was like fucking around, and then Dave started laughing, and then he started like obviously like realized Dave was laughing and like fucking with me, and then he just like kept going. So it was like funny, but like I didn't sit on his jacket. I definitely
You sat on his you defiled his jacket.
Sounds like you tried to steal his phone.
Yeah, and his jacket.
No, it was great.
Okay, so I don't even know where to go. You had such a crazy night.
Well, let's talk about Hezzy Hank.
Yeah,
when
we'll get to the
ball,
game. We'll get to the game. We also have breakdown with Kirk Goldsberry. We'll get to the game, but let's yeah.
So the ball gets deflected to Hezzy Hank, and Hank, I was honestly impressed. I was very impressed with the fact that you caught it. It almost seemed like you were just ready to shoot. Like you didn't hesitate at all. You were just like, this is what I have to do right now. What went through your head in the moments after you caught the deflection until you did the pump fake?
If you look, you can kind of see in real time. Like I looked at the ref and who was Poole, and they weren't looking at me. Like I had the ball and I was kind of ready, like instantly, probably to just throw it back. But I realized like they weren't focused on me in that moment or whatever. So I had like a quick second where I was like, all right. And then I just like, it was very natural. It was so quick. And then I didn't know, like afterwards I was asking Dave, he's like, do you think that was on TV? I was like, I fucking hope so. Like that was hilarious. And then obviously like he texted me, but it was just, I don't even know. Like it just all happened very quickly.
I jumped off my couch because I was like, I was thinking about it this morning. It's so funny because we're blessed with having dream jobs and we get to talk to athletes and we get to be at all these events. But just the simple fact of our boy Hank being on TV, and like I was just like, anytime the action was down on his end, I was just staring at that left corner of my television being like, that's him. I know him. I fucking know him. He just got the ball.
I was just super impressed that you had the presence of mind. Like most people, they catch a ball in the stands and they like start laughing and they smile and they look around. They're like, oh, I can't believe this happened. And they toss the ball back. It was like instantaneous for you. You were like, you had a plan almost. That's what it looked like. Now, my question to you is, do you think that if you had shot it, would you have made it?
I don't know. I was kind of behind the backboard, but I mean, I had a clean look.
I said so. When we had Kirk on last night, and it's coming up. I said 0% chance. 0% chance.
I was like, we were behind the backboard, so like realistically, but like if I was a couple feet to the right, I also got him with the pump fake.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
You could see his head like go for it.
Yeah, I just said the way I describe it is
put him on skates.
I've played basketball with you many times, and you're a guy who needs to warm up. That's what I said. You need to warm up. Like your first few shots missed the rim, and then you could hit like 8 or 9 in a row. So that one would have missed everything.
I think low key Hank would have made it. High key he would have hit an innocent bystander underneath the basket.
Well, yeah, we also were like we didn't know if we were going to get kicked out or not. That's what we were trying to decide after.
Yeah, no, also, I don't think you would have.
I didn't say that in the beginning, but Guy Fieri, like being with him in the beginning because him and Dave are close. And we didn't know we went to meet up with him at his restaurant beforehand, and we just like hung out with him and his sons. And then we didn't know when we got to the garden, they're like, "Oh, you're sitting next to Guy." It was like, "Oh, this is hilarious." But
yeah.
And then the Celtics just class organization, like class all around. It's just very like they obviously it's like a great. It's just a surreal experience. Like obviously from the butter knife days, and all of a sudden we're like in the Legends Club, like all these people sitting courtside, like it's just very very surreal.
From the pit to the palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went out to the club with Guy the next that night, right? Like right after? And how was that?
It was great. I mean, he's got like his own line of tequila, so he was like giving us tequila before. He gave us like 3 bottles of tequila. I didn't take any because we ended up at the club, but he had, it was just everyone, like, he gets, when we were courtside, we were leaving, like walking off the court, and like every single person, like Kenny Smith, Nia Long, like every celebrity that's there, like sees Guy and it's like, oh my God, Guy, like Guy. Like, obviously being with Dave, it's kind of like that. Like there's that to an extent, and like you guys know how it is, but Guy Fieri, it's just like on another level. Like every single person, like he was right behind me, and Kenny Smith was walking up to me like he knew, was like, hey, and I was like, for a second was like, what? And then I turned around, I was like, oh, he's going for Guy.
You're like, man, this heater is incredible. Yeah. Kenny Smith.
Well, no, I was just like, yeah,
huge
but it was
fan,
he was so like, you're my best friend. Then I was like, this isn't for me. I was like, but I turned around and it was just like, oh, it's for Guy.
Okay, so a segue to talking about the game is one last question about this night. Do you think, 1, will there be a game 6? And 2, do you think you'd get the invite?
I do think there will be a game 6, unfortunately. Very scared about game 4. And I do think I would get the invite.
Wow. So you could be in there for a potential clinching game if the Celtics win one of the next 2.
That would be correct. I guess, I don't know. I don't want to knock on wood, but.
Okay. So let's talk about the game. I mean, I think PFT and I are kind of in the same boat where it's like, I think the Celtics are just better. At this point, the Warriors, I don't know what they can do other than, like, everyone's got to make their shots, because the Celtics just tried so much harder. And it might not be like that's not saying they're not talented, because they obviously are, but they went for every 50-50 ball. They out-rebounded. They were like flying around, cutting harder, everything. Like it felt like the Celtics were like, we have to win this game, and the Warriors didn't have that same sense of urgency.
Yeah, the Celtics, like what they have, gotten better at over the season, but that happened a lot in the beginning of the season. They still do it to an extent. It happened in the third quarter. Is they will just let down and all of a sudden have terrible runs like that. That 7-point possession when you got the and one on the 3 and the flagrant. Like, that's the only thing, but they obviously came back in the fourth quarter, kind of like game 1, where they just came out in the fourth quarter and just asserted dominance. They did in the first quarter too, but they just let that third quarter, when they let them down, like it just gets so scary all over again when they all of a sudden are up 15 and then down 2.
Yeah. I do feel like the Warriors, like, yes, they obviously have to make their shots if they want to win, but the Warriors are a team that can beat a team that's like, better all around than them, and they can beat them easily too. As long as you just have, Steph, Clay, if those two guys make all their shots, if they get to a night where they're both on, then they're pretty much impossible to beat. It doesn't matter how good the Celtics can play, but
they sneaky were though.
But they
when
Steph's not playing, when
time.
Steph's not in the court, it's like you can tell like their offense just doesn't like have any rhythm.
I don't think that Clay was like on though last night.
Oh, he was on.
He was pretty close. Because remember, he didn't score in the first quarter. I don't think he scored in the first quarter or the fourth quarter. So he had 25 points in 2 quarters.
That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't have a combination.
He was
game
going off though
of them both being just good from start to finish. And when they do, I don't think that you can beat them. But they're not going to be able to do that. Like that's not. It's impossible for them to sustain that type of basketball. So I also think we talked about it with Kirk later, but I think Celtics in 6. Hank, do you have anybody that you'd like to apologize? Any children that might have been at the game that you dropped F-bombs in front of? Because Hank, real classy last night. Klay Thompson reported, and this is egregious if true, that there were fans that were dropping F-bombs at the game.
Is that true?
I hope
that is very true. Multiple times throughout the game, I was definitely participating. Observation from the Wood. He just does. He from start to finish does not stop talking to the refs, like talking shit the entire game.
Wait, Klay Thompson?
No, Draymond.
Yeah, Klay Thompson was the one that
Klay didn't say a word. I don't think.
That's what I was saying. Like Klay was the one that called you out on it, though. Did you say anything to Klay?
No, I didn't say anything to Klay. It's crazy. It's so soft.
It is so soft. And obviously the series could still. I'm convinced now the Celtics are just the better team. The only team that can beat the Celtics is the Celtics. Like, they have to beat themselves, and it's kind of sad watching the Warriors go out a little bit like this, where they're complaining. And there's been complaining on the Celtics side too, so it's not like, but the fact they're complaining about the F word is insane. Like, being like real classy. You immediately lose the argument when you say stay classy. And
all he does is talk. Like, it's not like it's just coming out of nowhere. It's like much different when it's like he's actively talking shit, and so Celtics fans are talking shit back.
Yeah, and now Draymond didn't complain that way. His wife did. Clay did. Draymond, I don't think, said like, "Hey, this was bad," because I think Draymond genuinely like loves.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, he loves the attention. He loves being a heel. He just sucks. He sucked at basketball in Game 3. But what I was saying is, like, it's weird watching the Warriors. They are the embodiment of like a great athlete that can still do the same things, but not in exactly the same way. Where it's like they have those runs where they'll cut it to 4 or cut it to 5, and then they couldn't get over the hump. They couldn't. The Celtics had an answer for them. Where old school Warriors, they would have those runs, and then the game would be over. They'd be like, "Oh, here's a 15-0 run in like 2 minutes. Nothing you can do about it. Game over." They have those little spurts where you're like, "That's the Warriors," and then they're human again. So it's kind of weird watching them. Yeah.
They need their role players if they're going to win games.
And they don't have any.
Like Steph, because Steph and Clay are the only ones that can score, but if they just D them up, like, I think they should win. It might be Celtics in 5, but who knows?
Whoa.
We just need Scott Foster every game.
Whoa.
So Scott Foster's actually not undefeated when he refs for the Celtics. We get into this with Kirk a little bit later. We got by a fake stat.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah,
so did you. So we all now have to.
I feel like I've seen that trickulating for weeks.
Because one person makes it up, and then like finding
what's the actual stat?
I don't know, but finding out the actual referee record against certain teams is like pretty tough to do. You have to really dig into the numbers so people see that, and then everyone just runs with it.
Memes said 4 and 3. This is the real stat.
So now we got to get into the fake ref stat game,
which is so funny. 4 and 3.
That's you guys are talking about 12-0, right?
Yeah, 12-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I brought it up with Kirk, and he was
crazy.
like, "You got," and I was like, "Fuck." Scott Foster's just in that level where it's like you can just anything you say about him, you're like, "Yep, that makes sense." But yeah, you need Scott Foster. All right, real quick, before we finish up talking about Game 3 and then talk about Game 4, BetterHelp. Life can be overwhelming, and many people are burned out without even knowing it. Symptoms can include lack of motivation, irritability, fatigue, and more. So if you are feeling like, you're working too much, not taking enough time for yourself, you need to be aware of burnout. We associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause. Any of our roles in life can lead us to feel burned out. So BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing the stress in your life. And the best part about BetterHelp is if you're wary of therapy, if you don't really want to make the commitment, BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. If you take care of everything else in your life, you go to the gym, if you get your oil fixed, if you do all these things maintenance-wise, you better be doing it for your health as well, your mental health, because you need to make sure that you're feeling good, and BetterHelp will help you get there. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/PMT. That's BetterHelp.com/PMT. BetterHelp is the way to get you feeling better about your mental health. Talk to a therapist. You have nothing to lose here. It is something that everyone should do, even if you don't feel burnt out right now, even if you don't feel down right now. You know that it comes in waves. So start prioritizing your mental health with BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/PMT. Check it out today. 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/PMT. Okay. So Hank, you're being weirdly. Are you nervous? I can't get the vibe of like. Are you nervous of a jinx? Because I have now, like, Game 3 showed me that the best version of the Celtics, the Warriors cannot beat. I'm being honest. That's just my honest take on it.
And that's what's scary. I guess.
Like saying that you might not have your best and like you might beat yourself?
Yes.
Okay. I could see that. I mean, they have Born Perforley off a loss, or sorry, off a win, so yeah, I could see that happening on Friday night.
It was like this in the Milwaukee series, like this in the Miami series. Like they had, it was all three series was the same thing where it's like they looked like the better team. They kind of had control. And then they just get like they just throw up stinkers.
I think the only thing you have to be worried about at this point, when you say it's scary, do you mean like it's all lining up too perfectly? Like this can't be real?
Yes.
How
Yes.
good we're playing and how much clearer it is that we're the better team in this series? That like everything to you is just like perfect. It's going swimmingly, and you're just worried that this is all like being set up to get crashed down.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Draymond, by the way, also just like he's terrible.
Yeah, no, he's not good.
He's
not good at basketball.
He like can't play offensive basketball.
No.
And he's just dirty.
Yeah.
Yes.
He broke the code last night.
Yes, he did.
What, on the Tatum? I mean, that wasn't.
Well,
that
no,
was-
he went after Tatum's injured shoulder.
Yeah.
See, like I honestly, unbiased me. Like the Payne Pritchard thing, I didn't think was that crazy. I didn't think that was that crazy either. Like I don't think he was. I don't know. If you have cameras on it like that, you could probably do that for a million plays.
Are you friends with Paul Pierce now?
Yeah, absolutely. We're boys.
So when's he coming on the show?
Yeah.
He
could you
knew.
get- Could you get us?
I actually think we could probably. Yeah. I mean, I can try and make that happen now that we're BFFs. But he came up to Dave. I mean, honestly, this is funny. Dave will probably say it. So there was like, it's like the Legends Club where you can like hang out before the game. We got brought in there, and you need to get a wristband, but we got brought in by someone, so I didn't get a wristband, and I left to go to the bathroom. And I come back in, the usher was like, "Oh, you need a wristband." There was people like right behind the gate that were like, "Oh no, he's fine. He's with us." He's like, "No, you need a wristband. Like you're not coming in." And so I texted Dave, and some kid comes up to me. He's like, "Dave's talking to Paul right now. Like I don't know if he's gonna come out." And I didn't know what that meant. And then he came and got me, and then like we walked back in. It was him and Pierce. And I guess Pierce came up to Dave and was like, "Oh, what's up, Dave? Like, love Barstool, blah blah blah." Like, Dave was not expecting that, so I think we can get him on.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should. And what you should have done when you sat his phone, when you like stole his phone from him.
But I also
you
missed
should have
that
programmed
initial.
your number into there.
Yeah, like I went to the bathroom and got stuck outside, and I missed like the initial like, embrace with Paul too.
Yeah.
And combo.
How was the party with
I
Guy
was
Fieri?
rattled after the phone thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was
Yeah,
definitely.
you smushed his phone.
I sat on his phone and he was like, "That's my phone." I was like, "No fucking way!"
I love it.
Like underneath my ass crack. I was like, "Oh my god."
Did you
Here you go.
Did you go out and like actually party last night with Guy Fieri?
Yeah, we were at the club till it closed, and then we were at a casino, played some blackjack.
Hell yes.
fun.
That's awesome.
Hell yes.
Guy Fieri, is he as cool as I hope he is?
Dude, he was like the most down to earth guy in the world.
You're living the dream.
It was just like it's crazy to say. That's why it's like so funny, like the pictures and stuff. It's like he's just the chillest guy, funny dude. And then it's like it's Guy Fieri. Like you just see the way people react to him, and it's like people just love him.
Yes.
Like it's absolutely insane. Everyone. That's what I'm saying. It's like being in Boston, there's obviously a lot of fans. People see Dave and they react a certain way. They're like, "Oh, what's up, Dave?" But like people see Guy and they're just like, "Oh my god!" Like, and it's like everyone.
I love it too because it's a great testament that the internet is not real life, because I know there was a moment where like people tried to ironically like shit on Guy Fieri, and then you go out in public with him and you're like, he's just the most beloved guy ever. That gives me hope for the world.
I think what happened was the New York Times wrote that review of
Yes,
his American
that's
Kitchen,
right. Yep.
And everybody read it and was like, "This is just really mean."
Right, to a guy who doesn't
towards
do
Guy,
anything.
who's actually like a very positive person,
Right.
And so it was kind of cool to see everybody be like, "Yeah, you know what? Fuck that guy. We're Guy Fieri fans.
Yeah.
he's just a good guy that makes people happy."
Yeah, and it's cool that everyone loves him out in the wild. That's exactly what I would expect out of Guy Fieri. Okay, so game 4 Friday night. I guess I could see
Santa Fino tequila. That was just tequila.
There it is.
It was great.
I guess I could see the Warriors winning. I just don't.
I think that they're going to lose, and then I think they're going to
win
win
in game 5.
Game 5, yeah.
And then Hank will be on the wood for
On the wood. I want confetti Hank.
Wow.
Has
What
he
a
Hank?
I don't know.
What a moment that would be.
Again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm very appreciative. If I never went to another game, like I'd be fine with it. But if you're in Dave's shoes and you don't invite me, like then you're a jinx. He could be a jinx.
True.
How does it feel to be the most important part of this podcast? Just like the most famous person by far.
Easy.
I mean, hey, we've all had our championship runs. You had the Caps, Big Cat had the Cubs. Like it's just what happens sometimes when you go on these runs and you're in the center stage.
Yeah, except like for you, you've had it how many
17
times? Yeah. How many championships have you seen in your day? Have you counted?
I think it's 17 or 18 since this podcast.
No, since you can remember
the
being
Patriots
alive.
have won twice. The Red Sox won. The Bruins went to Game 7. I've had 6 championship runs, I think, just since this podcast has started.
It's insane. What about in your lifetime? Do you know how many championships?
I believe it's 17.
Fuck you.
I think Jake could probably fact check that.
Fuck you, Hank.
All right. Well, what else we got? We got the LIV Tour is off and running. Hank, you're a fan of it, which you just popped on before we started. You're like, I think I'm into it.
That's a choice.
Yeah, and you've made it.
I mean, if a fan, like, I'm watching it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's entertaining.
Like, do you feel dirty watching
like they have like random college kids mixed in. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Like the coverage is just like it'll go from Dustin Johnson to like a kid that looks like he's 16.
I kind of like that.
One thing I've realized.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's entertaining. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not.
Like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has enough money where they could literally just pay every celebrity enough money to just go live in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
That's how fucking rich they are.
Yes.
They can just they're buying friends. And it happens sometimes. And so the PGA Tour came out today and they said, we're suspending everybody that's playing on the LIV Tour. Phil Mickelson went out today, and man, you want to talk about a guy that looks rough.
Well, the leather coat was so great because he really, I mean, everyone was clowning on him, but he really is like the divorcee dad going through the midlife crisis, being like, I'm just going to take this Saudi money real quick. And he does look rough. He looks like he hasn't slept. There also was a nice grouping of PGA players who did the I'm not fired, I quit move where they
smart.
Revoked their own card. I don't know. It was weird that they waited till the LIV Tour started to make that announcement.
To make the announcement right before. I think it's just basically a case of procrastination where you don't want to deliver bad news to somebody. And so you wait until like the night before and you hit up your boss and you're like, hey, not going to make it in. MBS just gave me $400 million, so I'm going to jump over to London real quick and play in his tournament. I feel like they just delayed the inevitable until the very last minute.
It had big, asking your wife for a divorce after she had already moved out energy, where it's like it's already been over. And you're like, hey, I think we should get a divorce.
Or like,
I have a new boyfriend.
Yeah, or like that you're about to get caught doing something bad, so then you ask for the divorce right there.
Yeah.
So Phil actually put a vest on before he teed off today. That's the Augusta National Golf Course vest.
Oh, wow.
So he's like begging. He's like, please continue to let me play in the Masters if I really want to. That's what's going to get interesting, is if these guys aren't allowed to play in majors, then they're going to be like, oh, shit, what have I done? That's the only thing that they really care about as golfers to begin with. It's like the money and then also how many majors they're going to get a chance to play in.
Yeah, and we had a moment where we thought our guy Brooks, he did the eyeballs emojis. It actually was a good test run for us, just in case any of our friends do join the LIV Tour, because the part of my take group chat, Brooks was fucking with everyone. He's not joining the LIV Tour.
Currently.
He did the eyes emoji, and then like 3 hours later was like, whoops, forgot the link, and it was like Saquon Barkley's looking great in OTAs. But
it was a genius move for the PIP bonus stuff.
Yeah,
he's
because
probably like on his. He's never mind.
He had like
hundreds
hundreds
on his
and
honeymoon, but
he's on his honeymoon, I think. But he had like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of replies, and obviously a lot of retweets and likes and favorites on it. And he was just trolling everybody, but that's good because he's going to make money off that.
And he also how it went was he did the eyeballs emoji on the part of my take group text. You've never seen a group of people be like, well, like, money's money. Like, he should go live his happy life. Like, we were so quick to be like, we still love him. Like, it's not a big deal. So then I texted him, and he said that if he wins the PIP, then he'll throw us a party. Oh. So there it is.
Nice.
So we'll just have to start interacting.
Well,
and retweeting.
now
more.
we have to just essentially become like a giant commercial for Brooks Koepka all the time.
Correct.
We should retweet every tweet that he has.
Yep.
And then if you're an award-winning listener, it's your duty now to interact with that tweet.
Yeah, respond to every tweet.
Respond to every tweet.
We'll throw a part. We'll invite some AWL.
Yes, well, yeah. Does he know that?
No.
Okay, yeah, but we'll invite...
I said some. We could be 2.
We'll invite some AWLs to the party, and I want Luda there.
Yes.
I want my Luda, my Luda that I didn't get at the wedding. But, yeah, Brooks, listen, I'm not going to judge if Brooks ends up going, but I hope that he doesn't.
Yeah.
But if he does, that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever makes him happy.
Right.
I just want Brooks to be happy.
Correct. Exactly.
I don't
friends to be happy.
I might not agree with his lifestyle, but I want him to be happy. And if he loves playing on the LIV Tour, then love is love, and he should be allowed to do that.
Correct. Exactly. And then the last thing I had was the Rams are just. I mean, there's never been a team that's just better at doing future Rams problems. They signed Cooper Kupp to a big deal after signing Aaron Donald to a big deal. I mean, what can you say other than, like, I respect this at this point? Like, McVay is probably just has it circled, like, 2025, call the executives at ESPN, Fox, and CBS.
I mean, do we know that the salary cap is even a real thing?
No,
in
it's
terms
not.
of being enforced? Because my theory is that the NFL just said, okay, we're going to make a salary cap. Every team has to be underneath it. And then they just send like a series of threatening letters to teams that are not in compliance with the salary cap, but they don't actually have a guy that's tracking it and enforcing actual penalties against it.
Right.
It's just like, you better watch out, because if you go into next year, you're going to be in cap hell. And then they send a strongly worded letter saying, you are currently $2 million over the salary cap for the league year, and then they just never follow up on that.
It's crazy.
And they hope nobody calls them out on the bullshit. But smart teams like the Rams and Saints, they're just like, okay, we see through this game.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep worrying about it later. Keep hoping the cap goes up. Keep hoping nothing happens, and it's working.
Yeah, it's smart.
I'm at the point now where I respect it as someone who loves to do similar things. Where it's like, oh, I'll do that, yeah, in the future. Oh, I'll do that in 3 months. Oh, I'll, sign me up for that. Stupid bets, like it's a great way to live.
I honestly look at the teams that have the most salary cap available, and they're always the worst teams.
Yeah,
it's like you suck.
Yeah,
you need
go
to fill
spend
this room
some
up.
money.
Go spend your money.
Yeah, live today like there's no tomorrow. They're basically, the Rams have like a Target wooden board above all of their doors.
Mm-hmm. Live, laugh, love.
Yeah, that should really be the LIV tours. Mm-hmm. Like if they co-opted that, it'd be great.
Or what if it was
live, laugh, love, unless it's same sex.
Yeah, or live like you were dying.
Yeah. Because you might. Because you might if you piss us off.
Yes, exactly.
All right, let's get to our interviews. We got Kirk Goldsberry, instant reaction from Wednesday night. It's going to be great. We're breaking down the game, and then we have our good friend Danny Woodhead, and we will do Fyre Fest on the other side.
Before we get to Kirk Goldsberry, he's brought to you by Skrill. Skrill is the best digital wallet for gamblers because it was built for gamblers. Sophisticated gamblers use it to manage their bankroll, whether they're playing games like poker or betting on their favorite sports. They manage their bankroll using the wallet, which allows them to pay instantly and securely. It's payments without limits, basically. You can access your bankroll with instant deposits and withdrawals, and also draw the cash using your prepaid card. This gives you access to your bankroll wherever you are in the world in any currency. Skrill thinks about your security relentlessly, so you don't have to share your private financial details needlessly or repeatedly. This week only, the first 20 customers who sign up at Skrill.com/Barstool and complete your account verification get a $100 Skrill bonus. That's $100 in Skrill bonus. Terms and conditions apply. That's Skrill.com/Barstool. SKRILL.com/Barstool. Complete that account verification. Get a $100 Skrill bonus if you're one of the first 20 customers to do it. And now, here's Kirk Goldsberry.
Okay, we are welcoming on our very good friend. It is right after the game, so it's a time capsule. We're going to run this on Friday's show, but it's a time capsule. We're getting instant reaction from one of the smartest basketball minds in the world. It is our good friend Kirk Goldsberry. I don't know where we want to start, Kirk. I actually know exactly where we want to start, because I know you have a higher understanding of the game. You have numbers that you can give us. but I have a question just from the jump. Is it fair to say, throw out like the shot making and, the fact that Celtics are probably more talented, the Celtics just straight up out hustled the Warriors tonight. And like rebounding, to me, the Celtics are bigger, but still rebounding is a lot of hustle. And it was like right from the jump, they basically were like, no, we're just going to get every 50-50 ball.
Yeah, it's fair to say they trucked them, man. That's the word that I kept thinking. They are a bigger team. They are a stronger team. And for the first time in the series, I think they really asserted that. Big Cat, when they won in game one, it was like crazy 3-point shooting. They looked like a lost team in game two. And then in game three, they looked like the best team in the NBA in large part because everybody in the rotation played hard, played smart. And like you said, the rebounding numbers were good and the points in the paint numbers were good. I think Boston only had 24 points in the paint in game two. They more than doubled that tonight, which isn't just a stat. It's proof that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were playing aggressive, asserting their physical advantages and making plays in the teeth of the Warriors defense. So for me, yeah, it's fair to say they out-hustled them. The word I kept thinking, they trucked those dudes. They were bigger, stronger, and better.
Yeah. I like that. Would you say, like, are the Celtics, are they intimidating? Are the Warriors a little bit intimidated?
When they play like that, PFT, they are. They look like the biggest, baddest group of dudes in the league. But what's weird about the series in game two, they didn't look like that at all. It looked like Draymond could get in their heads. Looks like they couldn't dribble down the court without dribbling off their foot. And they were afraid to make plays or couldn't get plays made in the paint. And so when they play like they did in that raucous arena with guys like Hank, 3 drinks in, 4 drinks in, Guy Fieri sitting there, it's intimidating, man. It's intimidating for a team like the Golden State Warriors to go in there and play against a team like that.
Yeah, this is a big dub for everybody that said like 5 years ago that the Golden State Warriors were soft, that they were a soft team. And now if you wait long enough on a take and they run into a team that'll truck you like the Celtics, you could eventually be proven right. Also, if Draymond Green just ends up falling off completely. Is it fair to say from a basketball nerd standpoint, does Draymond suck now?
Does Draymond suck now? I'm not ready to go there, but Draymond has not been good enough, PFT, and I think he's the key to the series if the Warriors want to win it. I think Draymond would own up to not being good tonight. I mean, he fouled out, and that might have been the difference. The Splash Brothers were actually pretty good, right? They made a lot of threes, and the Warriors defense let them down tonight, PFT. After holding Boston to 88 points in game two and looking like themselves, they gave up 116 tonight. We're slow on rotations. They got toasted on the boards, like Big Cat said, and simply put, they got beat up. And one of the things I like about Draymond, guys, is that he'll own the D. He says Steph runs the offense, I run the defense. Well, if that's true, this one's on you and your leadership to get back into the series because Draymond, you weren't good enough. You fouled out. Your shooting numbers have been miserable, but we expect you to be better on defense.
Yeah, he shouldn't shoot threes like ever. The game was great. Like it was, even though it ends up being a 16-point game, it felt like a great game because the Celtics jumped all over them. The third quarter Warriors showed up. We got to see a 7-point possession, which I don't think we've ever seen before, which was crazy. Now, I tweeted at you, Kirk. Did you have some flashbacks knowing that the Warriors then benefited from a landing space call? Thinking back to Zaza taking out Kawhi when they were down like 20 in that playoff game, and you were sitting there. Were you you were obviously in the arena when Kawhi went out?
Yes,
right?
I was working for the San Antonio Spurs in the front office during that awful game. We were up, I think, 26, Big Cat. And then the Zaza play happened, and Kawhi was already limping around a little bit. Some people think that Zaza targeted his ankle. Some people don't. Regardless, Kawhi was out. It changed the sport forever because now we have these. And you're right, Al Horford, who I don't think is a dirty player, was contesting the greatest shooter in the world, and he came down trying like heck to contest that shot, and Stephen landed on his foot. And it was scary because Stephen has those ankle problems himself. And man, those are dangerous plays. I did have flashbacks. In fact, my wife texted me. She was like, "Did you hear the announcers?" She's still more mad about it than I am. But it's a dirty situation. That gave me flashbacks. Short answer, yes. Hell yes.
Now we in fairness, talking about Draymond, he also broke the code. I don't know if you saw he tried to tug on Jason Tatum's arm after a free throw. He also kind of fell on Jaylen Brown. It's like he's right on that edge where he's constantly like, like I feel like NBA fans 50 and up are like, man, this is good, just hard basketball. And then everyone's like, dude, are you just intentionally trying to rip his shoulder out of his socket? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he messes with that Rodman line. Like, if you're rooting for him, like if you're a Bulls fan in the 90s against Karl Malone, oh my God, this guy's incredible. What a ferocious defensive presence he is. And then if you're rooting for the Jazz, like, this guy's a maniacal jerk. I hate this guy. And that's Draymond, and that's what he brings to this Warriors team. And without him, Big Cat, to PFT's earlier point, without him, their defense isn't going to be good enough to beat this Celtics team. I have one sort of dumb guy stat that I'll throw out you. The Celtics are now 11-0 when they score 108 points in these playoffs, and they're 3-7 when they don't. So if you're Draymond Green in this defense, you need to hold the Celtics below that magic number. Because the Celtics defense doesn't take a night off,
Yeah. And on top of that, it's the turnover stat that everyone's seen at this point, where the Celtics with 16 or more turnovers are basically, I think they're 0-5 or something like that, or maybe 1-5 in the playoffs. And then when they have 15 or less turnovers, they're essentially unbeatable. I think like 13-2 or something. So yeah, I mean, the defense, it seems like that's like, you need to make the Celtics make mistakes. And you need to hold them to obviously it's a dumb guy stat under. You want them to score less, but you're right. Like Draymond, that he is the X factor on that part, and he totally failed tonight.
It seems like the series is pretty consistent when Golden State has the ball. They're going to end up with 105, 110 points. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of variance when the Celtics have the basketball, because of those turnovers and because of Golden State's ability to be more physical or keep up with the physicality of the Celtics on that. So yeah, keep your eyes when the Celtics have the ball. Are there shots going in? Jason Tatum's had a couple bad nights shooting the ball. He was great tonight. But his passing, their ability to get into the paint in game 3 was the big difference. So if that's a trend going forward, the Warriors are in trouble. If Draymond can now flip the switch and be like, channel that crazy Draymond energy like he did in game 2 and hold that Celtics defense down, we're going to have a long 7-game series. I still think that's where this is going. But game 4 is going to be huge. If Draymond and that defense can hold the Celtics down to 108 or less, they have a good chance.
Right. So you mentioned Tatum's off night when they had the loss. What you do in an off night doesn't matter if you lose, according to the people that vote on the MVP award for the finals. And this is something that we're tracking here very closely. And part of my take, because Billy has to go vegan for an entire month, including the 4th of July, which is like that's Billy time. And we need to get an update on who, in your estimation, is tracking to be the MVP of this series. Is it going to be Tatum or is it going to be Brown?
Let me give you the stats too real quick, Kirk. So Jaylen Brown, 68 points, 22 rebounds, 13 assists. Jason Tatum, 66 points, 17 rebounds, 25 assists. So pretty, like, statistically, they're pretty much the same right now.
Yeah, I think it's time to fire up the Impossible Burgers, because I'm going Jason Tatum, folks. And I think Billy's – I would recommend the Impossible Burgers. They're better than you think they are.
They're not bad.
They're not bad. I don't think he'll enjoy them quite as much as an all beef patty, but I think Jason Tatum is going to win the MVP because the Celtics are only going to win the series if Jason Tatum has a few more good games. And his passing in particular, guys, has been great. In that game 1, he had a terrible night shooting, but his passes created 35 points for the Celtics. He can score it, pass it, rebound it, steal it. He's just slightly more complete and slightly more important to the Celtics' success, in my opinion. So I think he's a safer bet. Now, I'm not going to be shocked, PFT, if Jaylen Brown wins the MVP if the Celtics win the series. But my money and my Impossible Burgers would be on Jason Tatum at this point.
It does feel like, to make the Jaylen Brown argument, it feels like he gets them going a lot faster. Yeah. Like tonight, I think game 1 was similar. Mark Jackson astutely said Jaylen Brown was the best player in the first quarter after he dropped 17, 5, and 3. And he does, though, like, it feels like he gets them in a spot where then Jason Tatum can take over later on in the game, which I guess, I mean, winning time is probably going to win the MVP, but it like, that first quarter when the Celtics jumped on him and had that energy, that was a lot because of Jaylen Brown and him driving and hitting open shots.
Yeah, he scored 17. He assisted on 7 more in that first quarter, I think. So that's 24 by my count. And the Dubs only had 22 points. So Jaylen, you're exactly right. He's been that, I think, twice by my count in these first 3 games. But he has been the spark. He has been the leader right when the game starts, setting the tone. So like I said, if Jaylen Brown wins the Finals MVP, good for Jaylen Brown. There's definitely a path where he deserves it. And he was great in Game 3, especially at the beginning when the Celtics sort of needed that big start at home. And he gave it to them in a way that Jason didn't. But Jason caught up by the end of the game, had a great game. So.
But if Tatum has these moments like he's had in the last couple games where at the very start of the game, he like grabs his shoulder and winces in pain and acts like he needs to get it amputated, that whole thing. If he keeps doing that and the stats are even, I feel like that's tilting it a little bit towards Jason Tatum because he's a warrior.
Yeah.
Well, remember when Paul Pierce won the Finals MVP? He's been known to go out in a wheelchair and come back in. So, Jason's just carrying on a proud Celtics tradition.
Tatum needs to shit his pants, is what you're saying.
It is very Roethlisberger-esque that Jason Tatum, I think he's obviously got an injury. I'm not saying he doesn't have an injury, but he does do a good job, to PFT's point, of reminding everyone about his injury very early on, where you're like, there's been multiple times this playoffs where I'm like, oh, is Jason Tatum really hurt? And it's like, no, and then he drops 27.
Wait, does his medical tape on his shoulder, PFT, have an accent and talk like the walking boot does for Big Ben? Do we have French. That bit?
Yeah. Je ne sais pas. Qu'est-ce que c'est avec mon... Qu'est-ce que c'est avec mon shoulder?
Draymond, don't touch my shoulder.
That's exactly right. We just burned a new walking boot. All right. So wait, Kirk, you just said this series is going 7. So if that were to be the case, I would assume the Warriors it would be very hard for them to obviously come back from a 3-1 lead. We've seen it happen.
Has it ever happened? Have we ever seen?
Yeah. But if the Warriors are going to win, to make this a long series, I think they probably have to win Friday night. So what are the adjustments? Like what do they have to change to win this game? And it might even just be the Celtics have been so Jekyll and Hyde all playoffs. Just let the Celtics implode, because it does feel like they have a game like this and then they play a bad game and then they play a great game and then they just hope that they end up winning in Game 7, which they've done twice so far.
Yeah, I think you're right, Big Cat. It does seem like they're great after a loss. There's now 7-0 in these playoffs after a loss. The Boston Celtics are, which is the longest such streak in playoff history. So to get to that, you have to lose a bunch of games,
right?
And you can't lose a couple in a row, obviously. So it does seem like the Celtics are due for a loss. Now that's, again, dumb guy reasoning. It's all about the defense. Draymond, Kevon Looney. The bigs have to do a better job on the glass. They have to sort of match their own size. They have to over-index on the boards and rim protection in a way they did not do in Game 3, but in a way they did do in Game 2. They have to be physical without fouling out. Now, Draymond has fouled out twice in the series. His physicality has to be perfectly calibrated in Game 4 to get those stops without going over the top. We've seen him teetering on the edge. We've seen him cost this Golden State team a finals before by getting kicked out of a game or suspended for a game with his kick into LeBron's area of sensitivity there. So I think, it comes down to Draymond Green. PFT asked me earlier, is Draymond just bad now? I don't think he's bad, but he needs to be better. If he isn't, the series isn't going to go to 7. So I think they need to win that defensive battle in Game 4.
Yeah. I can't believe we've gone this long without asking you about the basket before the game. So before the game started, the basket was identified as being potentially a couple inches too tall by a member of the Warriors staff. They went out, they measured it. I never even knew that tool existed, which is just like a rod that you hang from the rim to measure 10 feet. So is that something you've ever even heard of in your days? Like, would Pop have some guy walk out onto the court and measure the basket before every game?
Yeah, there's a legendary shooting coach at the Spurs named Chip England, who is one of the most brilliant shooting coaches and player development coaches in NBA history. But he's also very, very observant about the inflation of the basketball, the the springiness of the rim, whether the rim is crooked, whether it's too high or too low. So yes, this is something that the good teams and all teams really have. I've never seen it be too high or too low. Sometimes you see that the crooked thing. I think it would be fun if the Celtics actually had a smaller rim, or like a Carney rim, like it's 18 inches wide, but if they had like a 16-inch rim, that would be how many splashes you get with a 16-inch rim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's also funny because everyone obviously made Bill Belichick jokes after it, but it's like, know your history. Like, this is a Red Auerbach move. Like, it's almost, you can almost tip your hat and be like, it's probably the ghost of Red Auerbach being like, yeah, you don't get to go to Boston in the playoffs and not have to deal with at least something weird.
Something weird. Remember, the court had the dead spots, and only the Celtics knew where the ball would sort of bounce abnormally, and the other team wouldn't. And that caused a bunch of turnovers. So it's gamesmanship. But yeah, it was an interesting moment, as was when your colleague Hank almost shot a corner three from the left three there. He should have let that go, guys. Come on, he's got to let that go.
He's a genius, actually, because if you miss, then that's following you around forever. Like forever. You think we're going to ever let that go? That's going to be like Hank's calling card for the rest of his life. Now, if he makes it, I actually don't think that he would get kicked out.
No, I don't. He wouldn't. Because he's with Dave, and like those seats, I think they're on they're literally on the Celtics Instagram right now, being like big names, big games, and it's Dave, Hank, and Guy Fieri. So
and Bill Walton.
Yeah, and I don't think he'd get kicked out. And if he made that,
he's a legend at Boston. What does he shoot from the left corner, Big Cat? Does he shoot 30% from the left corner? What do we say?
So I love Hank. I love him to death. I've played basketball with Hank many times. He would have missed that shot without a doubt, because he's not a bad shooter, but he is one of those shooters that has to find his rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
He would have airballed it. I think he would actually agree with me, because he's like one of those guys that he'll show up to the gym, first 3 shots won't even hit rim, and then he'll hit like 8 or 9 in a row. But the first shot, no chance. Like, it's hard to hit the first shot if you haven't been shooting for anyone.
Then he absolutely made the right call, not shooting that ball. If he needed to warm up and he's going to airball that's a bad look, right? If he shoots an air ball, gets kicked out.
Yeah. The counterpoint would be, though, he looked like he caught that in rhythm. He had like Klay Thompson, like quick release on that.
He was already in his pocket. He was there,
and
I was proud of him.
He actually he had a better night from 3 than Draymond did. Can you make a one of your heat maps for Hank?
Yeah.
Like he's 0 for 0 from that corner.
Yeah, he has made the same numbers made threes as Draymond in this series. So
Draymond should stop shooting threes. I know he like has to every now and then to try to keep people honest, but it's like it actually does the opposite. It's like everyone just is reminded that he cannot shoot threes.
Well, real talk, when they have Looney and Draymond out there, it's like they're playing 3-on-5 on offense. And if Looney's not getting easy looks at the rim, and that's bad. And that's one thing to watch. Like Stephen and Klay, Wiggins, Poole to some extent are carrying this offense. They need somebody else, Looney or Draymond, to have something to give on offense. Because, it seems like it's 3-on-5 when they have their 2 big lineup out there. And that's not going to get it done against the Celtics team that has a much sort of more robust group of scorers in the game at almost all times.
Yeah, I like Kevon Looney just because he sets awesome screens, and I noticed that like he puts some meat on it. I actually have a nerdy basketball question for you, because it's obviously very funny whenever you just like are scrolling through Twitter and it seems like everyone sitting on their couch has an answer to like how to play defense in an NBA Finals game. But it's obviously been discussed. Like the Warriors are running less of their motion, everyone running around, and more pick and roll with Steph up top. And there was a few times where Al Horford got caught, especially the 7-point possession where he's doing drop coverage. Everyone's like, you can't do drop coverage. You can't do this. Like, I just feel like sometimes Steph is so good. I know you have to be up on him and you can't give him even a second, but it's also one of those easy Twitter answers that everyone has where they're like coaching. And it's like, it has to be more difficult than that. Like, what's the solution for the Celtics? Because it does seem to happen a lot where they run a pick and roll and Steph gets that little glimmer and he hits the shot.
Yeah, he's been awesome, and they're following the numbers, Big Cat. Those pick and roll efficiencies this series have been great for Stefan, and they are. You're exactly right, getting away from the motion. So I think it starts with Marcus or whoever is at the point of attack trying to get over the screen, not necessarily relying on the drop coverage or the switch with somebody like Al Horford or Robert Williams to defend that quick, dancy ball handling that Stefan likes to do. So can they get the ball out of Stefan's hands by blitzing him? Can Marcus Smart do a better job of fighting over these screens? They need to find a better way to stop him. Stefan did what he needed to do offensively tonight. Again, I keep hitting this point. Stefan is not the problem. He is beating the Celtics in the exact same. This might be his best finals performance we've seen.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And his team isn't there. This isn't a deep enough team. The problem isn't there. It's on the other guys. And on the defensive end tonight again. So Stefan is carrying it. Clay was even great in game 3. It was nice to see that. But I think it just speaks that there's no Sean Livingston here. Andre Iguodala is not what he used to be. Draymond isn't doing much. Jordan Poole hasn't really flexed aside from that crazy late game and the shots in game 2 when the game was kind of locked up. But yeah, they need more on offense aside from Stefan.
Well, you're gonna get us roasted online because of what you just said. You forgot. I mean, Kevin Durant would be nice to have right now too.
Yes, I think Kevin Durant would be nice to have right now. And you know what? I'll leave that to Stephen A. and some of my colleagues at ESPN. I'm sure they'll hit this one up but for me. But, this is a team that won without Kevin and then obviously won 2 with Kevin. But Kevin won those finals MVPs for good reason when they play a great defense. But you know who shut down Kevin in these playoffs? This Celtics defense.
True.
And Stefan, if you want to get into the talking heads game, Stefan is doing better against this exact same defense than Kevin did in the first round. So I think that's interesting. But yeah, obviously, if the Warriors had both of those dudes, this would be a different vibe in the series.
Okay, so it just occurred to me what is probably going to happen, what I hope happens now, especially for the talking head situation. I'm hoping that we get a Celtics series win and Steph Curry gets his first finals MVP out of that. That would be the ultimate, wouldn't it?
So great.
Threading the take needle.
That's what we need to happen.
Nick Wright wouldn't know what to say.
That would be incredible. Incredible. That would be the perfect ending.
It would be the perfect ending of this series. I don't know what the talking heads would make of that, guys.
I think that like First Take would just implode on itself. I don't know if like the power of Skip's own brain would probably give him a stroke. And he probably wouldn't make it.
Isn't that a lot of red meat though, PFT? Like that's a lot of red meat. You can't give the finals MVP to a losing player. Isn't that what you do? Isn't that the take?
Well, I think the conversation has become so much bigger than just that. It's now a reflection on Steph's entire legacy that the only finals MVP he got was when they lost. Then you can go, it's one of those things that will become a Rorschach test where you can take that little nugget right there and stretch it to back up whatever argument you had previously made. It's going to be amazing. That's now what we have to root for. And by the way, I still do. I love that you call him Stefan.
Yeah, it's the best.
There's a level of comfort with him. Like, the guy. I've been like slandering his name by calling him Steph this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I call him Stefan. I think that's old fashioned. I think that's what we were calling him at Davidson. I don't know why everybody chose Steph. I feel like that's a little personal. I'm not there with him yet. But maybe, a couple more hangs, a couple more golf games, and I can get there with him. I don't know.
By the way, there's 2 other players I want to talk about real quick. Marcus Smart played great. And then he had like a very impactful game, scored a lot of points. And then Andrew Wiggins, because you were talking about like they need someone else. Yeah. I looked it up. Andrew Wiggins had 18 tonight. He's got like the quietest 18 in the world. I think it's maybe just the fact that like he hasn't been able to hit those big threes when he's open, but it feels like they're going to need like 30 from him one night to steal one of these games.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's great in transition. He gives them dunks. He has the potential to tear the internet down with a dunk. That could help the momentum. They're finding him open for 3. He's got to make those. But you're right. Like he is one of the 2 guys, the other one being Jordan Poole, that could sneak in a 28-point game here and really lift this offense over the hump. Marcus Smart was awesome tonight. It feels like he's finally getting back from his injury, and one of the cool stats that came out of this tonight was that Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart are the first trio to have 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in the finals game since Kareem, Magic, and Michael Cooper did it in 1984. Again, super weird, esoteric ESPN stat. I love those, but it just proves that this is a deep team, and these 3 guys were all contributing tonight in Boston in a big game. And all played very, very well in a way that the Warriors don't have that kind of depth. That's a stat that we need to hear somebody like Wiggins or Poole getting numbers that they haven't been getting so they can match a stat like that. I don't think that's going to happen.
That is a very cool stat. Can you explain to us, maybe if you have another like dumb or a smart way, or I guess a dumb way to say something smart. The fourth quarter starts and the Celtics respond to the third quarter Warriors onslaught because you don't see many teams bounce back from taking that beating from the Warriors in the third quarter. It can demoralize you, but the Celtics, like I would just be like, they're a tough team is what I would say. But from like a basketball perspective, is there any way that you can quantify what the Celtics were able to do or what they changed, what they did differently from what most teams do after they received that beatdown from the third quarter Warriors?
Yeah, I had that in my notes, PFT. So yeah, they take the haymaker in game 1. They respond with an awesome game, fourth quarter 3-point shooting clinic. What was interesting in game 1 was that Stephen Curry took his normal rest at the beginning of the fourth quarter and sat the first 6 minutes, and that's when the game flipped. Tonight, Steve Kerr actually rested Stephen Curry at the end of the third. Now you have me in my head about what am I calling this dude?
No, it's good. I don't mean to do that. I like it when you do it.
But yeah, so Steph came out and played the first part of the fourth quarter, and it still didn't really affect it. So I think they're trying to tweak their rotations because the Warriors are a much better team statistically when Stephen Curry's on the court. Shocker, I know. But in game 1, they tried to they exploited no Stephen in the court at the beginning of that fourth. Tonight he was out there and they still did it. I think it's just, the Golden State Warriors deserve a lot of credit for having this third quarter magic haymaker that they could throw. They threw it again tonight. But yeah, I think it is a real sign of the toughness of this team, especially on offense, that they can come back out and throw their own haymaker in the fourth. It's won both game 1 and game 3 for them.
Yeah. Should we start talking more about like the fourth quarter Celtics? Is that a thing?
Hey.
Yeah. I think we should make that a thing.
Yeah, let's do it a thing. Let's do it a thing. It's key to game 4.
It does, and Steph did have foul trouble, which everyone was expecting a Scott Foster game. Everyone was expecting the refs to control this game. I don't think that happened.
Big news, Big Cat.
Yeah.
I was behind Scott Foster in the metal detector line on the way to the arena. Yeah, I had to talk to him for a second. It was very exciting.
What
how many cell phones did he have?
Did he whisper in your ear like, "Hey, take the Celtics tonight.
Take the under. Take the under."
Yeah, the overhit. No, I think he's 12-0 in Celtics games. Or I saw the stat. I'm going to pull it up. But yeah, he probably whispered to you. So he's 12-0 in Celtics games this year.
Wasn't that?
Or the Celtics
I
are 12-0.
don't mean to be this guy. Wasn't that fake? Fake news?
It was fake? Okay, then maybe it was fake. Yeah, I guess Scott Foster's reached a level where any stat, I'll be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, also
29-1 in Boston. I don't know. It's like
he basically gave Chris Paul COVID for game 7 of the Mavs series.
That's right. He's out there, yeah.
Injected him with COVID.
We need to start making up like ref stats because they're so hard to track. Like nobody knows how to find that data. So memes, that's what we need to do before the next game. Just find out who one of the refs is and just make something like completely out of thin air up.
Yeah, I definitely got duped.
Do that.
Yeah, I got duped because Scott Foster, like you could tell me anything about Scott Foster,
right? Any
which way. And I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like a Chuck Norris bit at this point with that guy. He's like, you can make up anything. It sounds true. Everybody hates him. He's like the ref that every team in the league thinks hates them, which is impossible. But yeah, here he is in game 3. And I don't think the officiating really had an effect on this game at all. But yeah, it was interesting for me to be behind him in the metal detector line going into the arena, being like, oh gosh, I hope one of us gets out of here alive tonight going into that game.
Yeah, I actually thought like there was obviously there were some like significant fouls, Steph Curry getting foul trouble, but I thought it was a pretty physical game and they let him play for the most part. I mean, there were some, there's a decent amount of foul shots, but like there was some physical play happening, which I love to see.
Yeah, guys were fighting into screens, colliding with screeners. Draymond was playing super physical. In fact, got disqualified for it. And then Stephen had a couple of dumb reach-in fouls. His fourth foul, I remember when he was behind Marcus Smart in the third quarter, just yanking at the play, which it's just a bad foul for, if you're trying to be finals MVP, you can't be in foul trouble. But to Steve Kerr's credit, he didn't quote unquote foul out his own players. He let him play through the foul trouble and ended up being okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's something to watch too, especially with Draymond, who's been disqualified in 2 of these 3 games because of those fouls. And he can't be doing that if they want to win game 4.
Big Cat, do you have the Roback question? Because I've got one here from Bubba. I don't know. Do you know Bubba? Have you met Bubba?
New Orleans? Was he in New Orleans?
He was.
Yeah. He was.
I know it by memory. So it's the Roback question. Promo code
we
TAKE.
hung out, I think, at the bar.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Okay. So I have.
Wait, Bubba. We got to set this up. This is the Roback question.
Roback question. Promo code TAKE, 20% off.
I've done this a million times.
We'll send you some, Kirk. We've got some right here. Here's a polo for you. You love Roback.
You're always so generous with that. Yeah.
20% off. Use promo code TAKE. All right. With a Roback question, here's Bubba.
Okay. I want you to look at the stats for when they change to that courtside angle when you're watching the broadcast. I feel like shots never go in.
Never. Bad angle, schmangle.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if somebody has run stats on that, I think I don't know. I think there's some juju about it that it might get in the players' heads.
Yeah, that might trigger the magnets in the rims that we know are in there. Yeah, it's like there's some sort of magnetic field when they change the camera. The magnets in the rims are activated, and those shots never go in. Huh?
Yeah,
it could be.
You can get bad angles. It happens in football when they go to the sky cam. There's only been one good play ever. That was the Cordell Patterson. The kick return. Besides that,
happens. Bad angles have killed many thirst traps on Instagram. We know this.
Exactly.
We know this effect.
It's all about the angles. Listen, I'm the king of bad angles when I take pictures, so I understand this. You look like a different person. I also, if we're doing dumb stats that you should track, I don't know. Are you going to game 4?
Hell yeah, I am.
Okay, you're going to game 4. I would love if you're watching. Are you going to game 5? Are you going to San Francisco?
No, that's too far.
Okay, so I would love to just get someone to do an actual stat breakdown of how many bangs Mike Breen does, because it felt like he was making up for lost time tonight with the COVID that he's been out for. I don't know. That would just be a very funny, like, bangs by quarter. Like, when is it most likely?
To be fair to Mike, the Splash Brothers hit, I think, 10 or 11 of them tonight. So he's almost going to always give a bang for either one of those dudes. Yeah. And so there was probably 10 of them there. When Stefan hits one, he's always getting a bang.
But I'm not like trying to tell you how to do your job, but I would look at a map of Mike Breen's bangs, like an illustration forever. I would just stare at it, like, what time and like, when it peaks and everything.
Yeah, I think we can take it even farther and do like decibels and everything, like audio
that's good.
on it. Yeah,
that's
we'll
good.
See. Yeah.
When Stefan hit that shot in Oklahoma City in 2016 from like 35 feet, he gave the real double bang. He was so excited. Yeah, the double
did
bang.
One for Luka, I think, in maybe the bubble. That was the last double bang we've had in a while.
Oh, that was the one. Yeah, the Clipper one. Yeah, that was an incredible shot from the left wing. But man, I got to make that map. We'll sell that. Oh, I got to plug something too. We got to plug something.
Plug away.
Yeah, I mean, we got Father's Day. Are people buying it again? Because it's the best Father's Day. I got it from my dad, and it's the best Father's Day gift out there.
Yeah, but breaking news. We have a baseball map.
Breaking moves.
He's not here.
Wait, did you say baseball map?
Yeah, we made the pastime national park. So if your dad likes baseball or basketball.
You're like, let me just get more into the dad culture. I'm going to do.
You should do a Steely Dan map next.
Me and Big Cat are going to do a Grateful Dead. We're going to do a Grateful Dead one.
Yes, but I actually told him.
I did baseball.
If we could do a Grateful Dead, like all-time songs played and everything, I would stare at that forever.
We got to do it.
But what's the baseball map?
So I took the map of the baseball field and labeled it with a bunch of famous plays and obviously Hall of Fame players. There's even Big Cat Meadow on there, named after either you or Andres Galarraga. I can't remember which, but it's on there. But yeah, if you go to the goldenhexagon.com, I really do think it's a great Father's Day gift if your dad likes maps and or basketball or baseball.
I'm going to order right now.
No. When I get the row back, I'll just send you guys some.
You're never getting the row back. That's part of the bit.
Then you're going to send it to us, and then I'm going to feel like I have to send you a shirt, and then I'm going to have to mail that map then to my dad. All right. Yep. Framed. Yeah. I'm going to get the framed one. How about that? I'm going to splurge.
You don't have to do that, dude.
I'm going to buy all these.
Yeah, buy it now. Sorry,
dude.
I'm going to make you watch me buy your map right now, Kirk.
We get paid $83,000 an episode. We can afford.
Oh my
maps.
God! What the fuck?
So the crazy part is, like, when you just plugged your map right then, in the time that you spent doing that paid for my map.
It paid for all of our, paid for multiple maps. Thank you, though, Kirk. We really appreciate it. This is fun. I like these type of games. I watch that game and I just want to talk about it right away. So when we have it on a Wednesday night and it's an off night, it's like I'm happy that you were able to hop on with us, because I feel good that I was able to dump my brain out, and then now we can, tomorrow we can talk to Hank and hear about Guy Fieri in the club.
Dude, he's not going to be up for a little bit. Hey, last question. Who's going to win? Who do you guys got in the series?
Celtics.
I think the Celtics are the better team significantly.
Right now.
I have a future on the Warriors. I was hoping the Warriors would go up like 1-0 and I'd be able to hedge back. But I think the Celtics are just the only thing that can stop the Celtics at this point are the Celtics. Like they have to beat themselves. Yeah. And that could happen. But I would say if you play this series 10 times, the Celtics win it 8 times.
Yeah. I think they just have too much size. Basketball is a pretty simple game. The bigger, stronger team a lot of times wins.
I think it's Celtics. Yeah. Celtics in 6 is what I got. I think Boston wins the next game. Golden State comes back to Boston. They win.
There it is.
Yeah, I'll end it with this. I mean, can you imagine the party in Boston, Massachusetts, if they win this thing at home at Game 6?
I mean, Hank will tell us all about it, because he'll probably be partying in the locker room with the guys after the game.
Yeah, it'll be quite the scene, and Hank will be in the middle of it. Yeah.
All right, Kirk. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Kirk Goldsberry was brought to you by our great friends over at Shady Rays. Shady Rays sunglasses offer an industry-best combination of fit, style, and performance without the big brand price tag. It doesn't stop at the quality. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection program in all of eyewear. Every pair is backed by lost and broken replacement plan. If you lose or break your pair, even on day 1, they're going to send you a brand new pair. Wear with confidence wherever. I love Shady Rays. I'm going to be down the shore this summer. I'm going to be at the beach. You better believe I'm bringing a surplus of Shady Rays with me. I love my Shady Rays. Right now I'm rocking the PMT exclusive brand. They've got the little mustache, sunglasses, hat, Stella on the sides. Love Shady Rays. Get compliments on them all the time. I love seeing people that purchase the Shady Rays tweet at us, tag Shady Rays. Let us know how much you love these sunglasses. They're the exclusive sunglasses partner of Pardon My Take, and exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their very best deal of the season. This is the one that you wait all year for. It's sunglass season. Go to shadyrays.com/PMT50. You get 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. That's right, 50% off. This is the best deal that they offer. shadyrays.com/PMT50. You get 50% off when you order 2 or more pairs of their polarized sunglasses. And now here is my best friend in the entire world, Danny Woodhead.
And now for something completely different.
Okay, we now welcome on our good friend, longtime friend, recurring guest. It is Danny Woodhead. If you saw the news, most people did. Actually, I don't know how many people follow the U.S. Open qualifying. Danny made it to the last qualifying, fell a little short, but we wanted to have him on. And honestly, this is going to sound sappy. I wanted you to come on just to be like, dude, I'm proud of you. It was incredible you got that far, especially considering the fact that you, like, a couple of years ago were like, I'm going to start golfing, and then you were two rounds away from the U.S. Open. How's it going? I know it's a little bittersweet, but we wanted to catch up with you.
Man, I appreciate it. Yeah, it is a little bittersweet. Played 32 pretty good holes of golf. Not great, but 32 pretty good. 4 holes that just kind of were stupid, but it is what it is, man. Like, this is not the last time I'll be trying to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, like 4 years ago, if you would have told me I had a chance, I was 36 holes away from being at the U.S. Open, I would have thought you were a moron. But like, the truth is, like, I was at that situation, and man, it's been a wild ride, like in my golf journey. But man, I love it. I love playing. I still like today. I'm definitely not going to touch a club, but I probably tomorrow I'll be back at it, just like because I need to get better. I wasn't good enough. I could see how like on a day if I'm playing good that I could shoot the number to get in. Yes, but like that's the huge difference in an am and a pro.
Mm-hmm.
The pros consistently do it, and they're going to be in it regardless. Where I would have need to have a really good day. Like those guys don't need a really good day. I would have needed a really good day, and it just wasn't there. But man, it's wild. Wild to say the least.
Yeah.
That would probably have been, and we spoke on the phone before you went to this tournament, but I think I told you this. That would have been your biggest athletic accomplishment of all time. And you're a guy that's played, you played for 4 NFL teams, had like 40 touchdowns. That qualifying for the U.S. Open would have been the craziest athletic accomplishment of your life.
And it wouldn't have been close. Like, I mean, I would even say, because there were a lot of pros at the qualifier too, my initial qualifier.
I saw Duffner.
So, like,
I thought you were playing against Duffner.
Well, and the thing is, it's like it's just one of those things. You're like, just to even get to Ohio, it ranks up there with a lot of my athletic achievements, because it's also something I'm not supposed to be good at, right? Like, it's something that, like, I'm supposed to suck. How many NFL running backs play golf, period? I don't know, maybe 0.4%. Like, it's not really a number. Maybe one guy in the NFL does now. So, like, I just felt like the odds weren't for me to even get to that qualifier. And it's just, man, to get in was nuts. I had to get into the Ohio one. I had to beat pros at my club, or at the qualifier that was at my club. And yeah, so like, it's just a weird thing that I never thought was really, it's almost like I didn't think that could be reality. And then when it was, and even when I went out to Ohio and played, even though I didn't post great scores, I was like, maybe I'm not that bad at golf.
Yeah, I think you're good now. I think we can officially say, like, Danny Woodhead, above average golfer.
And I like the fact that you're going to keep grinding. And I'd put my money on you someday being in a U.S. Open. I wouldn't, betting against Danny Woodhead and like his will to. I mean,
it's more fun if you bet against me.
No, but
because then I hate you.
No, I'll tell you something. No, seriously, like we live in a very cynical time, and I think a lot of people are cynical about sports. But I was like, when I saw that you were in this, I was actually proud. It's a weird thing to say, but I was like, damn, this is awesome. Now, I do have one question though about your setup in like the last 2 days. Do you think the shorts might have hurt you a little bit, because it is kind of like dress for the job you want situation? I saw you out in the shorts.
That's a good one.
Yeah, your legs are obviously incredible. That's just guy to guy. But the shorts
and my butt.
Yeah,
I feel like I have some gifts there.
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
I would say I have a gift in my butt. But the thing is, too, with pants, I could have wore some pants that just showed it off a little. And even if they were baggy, it's big enough that it's still going to show it off a little.
Yeah, you could have worn yoga pants.
Right.
That would have been something.
Yeah. I just saw it, and I was
nails
like,
would that have been?
Yeah.
me in yoga pants just strutting around, but then
some Lululemon. Yeah, Danny Woodhead sponsored by Lululemon.
Fellas.
But
I guarantee I'd be wearing a thong, because you don't want any lines.
Yeah. But
you don't.
I did see it, and I was like, I believe that he's here. He's very good at golf. He's right there. And then I saw the shorts, and I was like, wait, I don't know. He's got to take that next step in his game where he feels comfortable golfing in pants, because that once you get there, you have to wear pants. It might be a stupid rule. It is a stupid rule.
It is a dumb rule. But yeah, I think you might be onto something. And I think there's a good chance, say, next qualifier I make, I'm wearing pants. I might go joggers route, though.
Yeah.
Because that's legal.
Yep.
But, I mean, my gift will be shown off either way. And I mean, and in some ways, I don't know if it was a smart thing, because I shouldn't want people looking at me.
No, don't apologize for your body. That's their problem.
It would actually it would be awesome too if when you get to the U.S. Open and you're like, you're popping and locking and popping on when you go to pick up the ball in your tee every time, just showing off the booty. That's how you get on TV.
Yeah, I don't put the tee in the ground like the standard ones. Like I'm like making sure I'm like way down.
Yeah,
like
you're popping it. You're twerking on the tee box.
Maybe wearing some heels. Yeah, really lifting.
It's like that's super weird. Why does Woodhead puts the tee in weird?
He puts it in with his mouth. What is he doing?
What? This is so weird. The tee's in his mouth, and so is the ball. Like it doesn't make sense at all.
Wait, so what were can we talk about the 4 holes? Let's just break it down. So what happened? Because I saw you started on Monday. I think you were -1 through 5?
Yeah.
And it was like, we were following and we're like, this could happen. What were the 4 holes, and were they consecutive or they were just scattered?
So on hole 9, I was even par going into hole 9. I will say, very tough hole. So this course, there's certain places if you hit it, you can be absolutely dead. Just dead. And I end up doubling it. And it kind of put me in a tough spot being 2 over going into hole 10. And hole 10, I end up bogeying that one here. That could have been whatever. But it was just a tough few holes that I had. There were also a few, like 3 holes later, I double when I hit a sand shot to 3 or 4 feet. And because of the greens, it was a spot you can't miss it in. I had to play it like 2 feet out to the left, and it's like a 3 or 4 footer. And I touched it, and it rolled like 7-8 feet past.
Damn.
And then I mean, it was just the greens are absurd. And then I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be right edge, hit it firm. And it doesn't break, but it broke a mile on the way down.
Right.
So right there, that's 2 strokes I lose. Because if I'm hitting it somewhere and it's a 4-footer, usually I'm making a 4-footer. But because of where it was, I was kind of dead. So that's 2 strokes right there. 2 dumb strokes on the par 3, which even if it was 1 stroke on the par 3, on that first par 3, that's 3 strokes right away. It changes the whole dynamic of just how you're attacking the course.
Right.
And then I ended up the next time I played hole 9, that par 3, I double it again, put it in the bad spot. And then I will say the other one, which I tripled. So I had 3 doubles and a triple. Usually I don't play and have a double anyways, period. Right. Well, the triple, in all fairness, guys, like I was hanging out, eating lunch, talking with it was after my first round, didn't stretch at all. First swing, kind of a practice swing, cracks my back. And I'm like, oh, this could be sketch. Take the full swing, pull it, put it in the trees, just kind of dead nation. And the thing is, I don't want to say I was already +7, so it didn't matter because I don't want to be that guy. But I was just that one. I don't want to say is a wash, but I was hanging out with my boy Nate Ebner. He was from Columbus, came up to watch me. So I'm like, why don't I hang with my guy? I don't need to get warmed up. I'd have to shoot 1,000,000 under to get in anyways. But then I end up playing, and after that, I have a stretch of like 4 birdies in like 6 or 7 holes, playing pretty decent, and giving myself other looks. I will say the thing that looking back, I would have been a little bit more aggressive than conservative because the greens are very hard at that course at Springfield. I feel like if I was just a little more aggressive and said, whatever, I'm going to go shoot a low score, probably would have. I played a little bit more conservative than I should have.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And I think that made it to where I was a little more defense. Like I was playing too much defense, and I almost getting me in trouble.
You were trying to do the fairways and greens thing from Tin Cup as opposed to going for it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I probably wouldn't quite Tin Cup it, but just being a little more aggressive because I hit the ball far enough and I have a good enough short game. Not saying I was going to shoot 4 under, but if I play good and I should be at least around even, if you just don't do a couple dumb things and And unfortunately, like I try not to, but at this course, like there's just the room for error is a little bit less. So if you're a PGA guy, your miss is probably not going to be quite as bad as my miss.
Yeah, and if you're playing 36 holes, that's so much golf.
Too much golf.
That's way too much golf. Like,
That's
you
way
know
too
what
much.
the qualifier should be like, and it probably is. If you just complete 36 holes of golf, then you qualify for the U.S. Open. Because
they need to change
sucks.
the rules. They need to change the rules. It's not a legitimate thing. But yeah, I don't know. I felt it wasn't one of those things, and this is what's crazy, because I never thought this is how I would have felt, even though I didn't shoot like the score that I wanted to. I mean, I didn't feel out of place.
Yeah, that's a big step. Yeah,
and that's the thing is like usually you'd probably feel out of place, right? I didn't feel out of place. I made a couple dumb mistakes, and it's like, okay, maybe next time next time I won't do that, and I'll play more aggressive than I did in the past. Because it's like, if you want to qualify, even if it's a hard course, you kind of have to go out and take it regardless, because it's a one-day tournament. It's not. I mean, yes, it's 36 holes, but it's not 4 days. It's a one-day tournament. If you want to qualify, you still have to go out and take it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I had that attitude, honestly, until the second round. And I was just like, whatever, man. I'm going to just go shoot a score. And that's when I started just birdieing holes, like, because I was like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do this like, oh, I'm only hitting it to right here. I'm hitting it. No, I'm going to hit the ball hard, because when I hit it hard, I hit it straighter, and I'm going to try to give myself birdie putts. And when I did that, things work again.
Grip it and rip it.
I saw Coach Belichick reached out to you, or at least he said something in the media.
Yeah.
He said that we're all watching Danny. We're pulling for Danny. That was cool that Bill Belichick still remembers you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a forgettable guy.
I don't know.
No, you're
for
not.
him, though,
You're not.
You might be the most memorable guy for him.
I think it's like actually Ebner. He probably remembers Ebner.
Yeah.
He remembers
he
you.
does.
Like guys that play other sports, Belichick gets interested.
I mean that is true. And I will say it is cool, because the fact of the matter is I was only there 3 years. It's not like I was there for like 7 years. But for him to kind of give a shout out, I mean, still kind of a cool deal. He remembers me enough. It's funny. I had one of their PR guys reach out to me and laugh, because then I put something out there about how, oh, he remembers me. I love you, Bill. And I said, hey, Bears, let Bill know, because Bill doesn't have Twitter.
Yeah.
But his assistant, Bears, is like the freaking...
He's the guy.
He's the protector of Twitter, social media of the team, and gets anything over to Bill that says, hey, Woodhead said this on Twitter the other day. Make sure to rip him out in the meeting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, Woodhead said he talked about someone's contract. Make sure you tell him in the meeting that is the number one thing we don't do, is talking about another player's contract. So, like, I had to make sure Bears knew about it. And the best part is everyone in New England knows exactly what I'm talking about when I'm like, hey, Bears.
Yeah.
This is... Let him know, because he's like just creeping on social media.
Oh, I've heard about him before. He basically like prints up Twitter. He prints Twitter out and then hands it to Bill. He's like, here's what
he
the
gets on
players
his
talking
desktop
about.
and then prints out all the tweets of the players and says, Bill, are these okay? It's almost like, I mean, yeah, Bill watches film, right? But I don't think he sleeps a lot. So I think he has tons of files and papers that he has to go over. And I think half of it is probably a bunch of tweets from players to make sure it's acceptable.
Did Phil Rivers hit you up? Please
You
tell
know
me.
what? Philip didn't.
Oh,
that's
no.
messed up.
Oh, no.
Let the world know. And I think I might have to text him too.
I think you
tell
do.
him to come on Pardon My Take as well. Now that he's
I
retired.
can get that done and talk about his coaching career now.
Yeah.
But no, he didn't. But man, I'll tell you what, tons of people. It was kind of cool, kind of weird, kind of like, oh my gosh, this is how my life used to be type stuff. Like just as far as like notoriety, as far as like I got some golfers that reach out to me saying congrats, that's sick, whatever, yada yada yada. I had former teammates, and it's crazy. And then it's kind of weird because then you're going around, and I mean people know who I am in Omaha, and they still sometimes will say, "Hey, how you doing?" Yada yada yada. But after qualifying, like it obviously happened significantly more, and I was like, "Gosh, this is kind of exhausting." Like, and I said, I don't know if it was my wife or someone else. I was like, "This is kind of, I guess, what it used to be like when I play." Because I mean, you're playing for 10 years, and I was like, "So I mean, I want to continue doing this, and I want to continue playing and stuff." But I was like, "This is exhausting. I'd have to get used to that again."
Yeah. So I guess the next question is, where do we go from here? I know that there's some very lucrative offers out there from the LIV Tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, they could get you a lot of money, Danny.
They haven't reached out to me. We can
make those connections. Billy is close with the royal family.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that doesn't shock me.
What number would you do it for? What would you? Let's just. What's the price for your dignity?
Hey, the thing that I learned, Big Cat, you never play your hand in negotiations.
True. Just say
you never set the ceiling.
But it is funny to just conceptualize, and there's a lot of discourse going on right now of like,
So I don't know
what's the number. Yeah, what's the number that is enough that you just never have to like listen to anyone else ever again, so it just doesn't matter. Wrong or right? Like there is a number.
I haven't thought about it. Oh, everyone has a number. I mean, PFT, you have a number to play in the LIV Golf Tour also.
Oh, I definitely have a number. It's as close as you'll ever get to defining the term "fuck you" money.
Right.
That's what we're talking about here.
Right. So, it's basically having enough money that when everyone says you're a shitty person, you can be like, I don't care because I'm on a boat.
It's like, well, did you not see did you not see my LIV contract?
Right. And it's a horrible thing to say because we all would like to be good people, but everyone, I think, if you hit them with truth
has
serum,
a number.
There is a number,
for the rest,
and they have to admit that.
For the rest of your life, you can tell anybody scoreboard.
Yeah, right.
You just point, and you're like, that's it. That's my bank account.
No, but it's not even
whatever.
It's the number that you don't even have. Like those people who are like, "Hey, you're a bad person." They don't even come in your circle anymore. They can't even get to you.
And
because you have that number.
Yeah, you have that number.
There's some valid points too about if you want to judge whatever corporation you're currently doing business with by the actions of their CEO. Like, do you take Ubers?
Yeah.
There's. I think the Saudi royal family actually is the biggest investor in Uber as well.
Probably.
So there's like,
but I wouldn't even do that.
There's a lot of stuff that you can point fingers at. It's just like a little bit more explicit here. And now it seems like, I don't know. I would honestly, I'm fine with anybody doing it. It would break my heart if Max Homa did it.
Yeah.
It would break my heart.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some people.
I don't
I'd
think
be upset.
Max will.
No,
I don't think he would.
He won't. He's also half Jewish. I don't think they would want him. So
did he reach
factual here?
Did he reach out to you?
Yeah.
Who?
Max?
No. Oh yes, Max did.
Yeah,
Nice.
that doesn't surprise me. You guys seem like you'd become like instant best friends.
Yeah, he's awesome. Like awesome dude. I was fortunate enough when we went down to Arizona over spring break, my kid's spring break. He had me out and we played him and Joe Scavron, that's Ricky Fowler's caddy, and had a great time. Like just regular dudes. And I mean, it was fun. It was a great time. I didn't feel like, I mean, you just feel super normal, right? Like whereas like if you're playing with some other guys that are very famous, it's like, oh gosh, is this going to be like weird or whatever? But it was, even though he's like a top player in the world, he doesn't make you feel like that. It's like you're a regular dude.
I can't wait till he wins the Masters and then just forgets all of us.
I know, that's the only thing.
It's gonna happen.
Like Big Cat, PFT, Woodhead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who are you guys? You need an autograph?
We're like, hey, congrats on the win. I love your green jacket. Who dis?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, he gets green bubble.
Sorry, you're going to have to...
Green jacket, green bubble. That's how it goes.
Yeah, you're going to have to talk to my PR person if you want to set up an interview.
I'm blocked.
Yeah.
My phone number's blocked.
I'll send you an autographed hat.
I think Max might be the only one that's immune to it, but I also... He is getting...
But it scares you.
So good at golf now, and he is like the trajectory. If you had to bet... If I had to bet right now, I'd put two bets. Danny Woodhead will be in the U.S. Open at some point.
Let's go.
And Max Homa will win a major.
And
I'd
the
bet
thing
both
is,
those.
he's having a child. My best years were after my kids.
The bump.
Yep, it's a fact. We studied it this year in the NFL. You score a touchdown whenever you have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen to Big Cat's voice.
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, it's bad. It got better. Yeah, it's gone worse. I don't know if it translates in podcasting. It might be the one profession that's immune to the baby bump.
Well, I think also not having kids makes you worse at podcasting too. I think just age.
Yeah.
Father Time steals everything. It's undefeated.
It is undefeated, right? Yeah. Hey, Big Cat, has your pickup basketball game gotten better? I can see you getting boards,
dude. I'm training now. I'm literally just going to the gym, and I got a guy. It's called Swish House, so they have like classes. But I basically have hired a guy who just runs me through drills because I want to start playing again. I stopped during COVID, but I also know that if I just go right back into it, I'll just tear everything in my entire body. So it's a slow ramp up, but
it's just a little climb.
Yeah, right. And also the best part is I show up, and when I play pickup, I can play 2 hours of pickup, and I could maybe take 5 shots because I know my job. Do your job. It's to rebound, it's set picks, it's to get dirty down low, play some defense. I show up when I'm 1-on-1, and I get to shoot like 300 threes, which I never would do in a game. So
right.
It's fun.
But that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the climb. I can see the Miley Cyrus Climb song in your ear pods.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be whatever the U.S. Open for basketball is.
For pickup basketball.
It is very cool that the U.S. Open does have that facet to it. Where,
so cool.
Anyone can qualify.
Well, the NFL needs to probably get something like that for like kickers, right, PFT?
Agreed.
To where it's like a bunch of guys try out, and the next thing you know, you have a guaranteed contract. Because I mean, it'd be tough for the pod, because then you'd be playing probably for, I don't know, the Commanders, and then that complicates things.
Well, our ratings would go down because who wants to have a Washington Commander on every week? Yeah, like it would actually it would get less interest. All they would be able to talk about is like, oh, the Commanders lost to the Giants 9-10.
Yeah, Ron Rivera would have you shut down.
Yeah,
I think they should add one more wrinkle for the U.S. Open. I love that anyone can realistically get in. They should have one spot though for like the everyman golfer, where when you go to the qualifying, you're 36 holes, you shoot, and every beer is a stroke off of your score. So we get like one just guy who's just fat and wasted into the U.S. Open. And he can drink like that in the U.S. Open.
But a solid golfer.
Yeah, right. He's a solid golfer, but he's also a really good drinker.
He shoots like 77.
Right.
I think
but he had 12 beers, so he shoots 65.
Yes, exactly.
You just mean John Daly. Yeah. You just want John Daly in the U.S. Open, which I agree 100%.
Yeah.
What if they did? Maybe that's what the LIV Tour's doing.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
They're just like, all right, you shoot your score, and then however many beers you have.
Yeah. A bong rip counts as 2 strokes. And just guys are wasted at the end.
Or it's like, or if it's an IPA, it's -2.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These are good rules. These are good rules.
You know what we should really do?
Next thing you know, a guy shoots 59 every week.
Yeah.
We should do our version of the LIV Tour where we implement these rules, and then we get like exclusively marketed to John Daly to play.
Right.
And then be like, hey, John, this is a sport that was invented for you.
And it's funded by North Korea.
By Putin himself.
Yeah.
Write
us a check, Putin. We'll figure it out.
And then you've got Putin golf. You've got Kim Jong-un golfing, and he's the all-time like record holder, right? Because he's winning every tournament.
Weekend. Yeah.
A lot of money involved in it, though.
Yeah. All right, I had one last question for you, Danny. It's the Roback question. RHOBACK.com.
Yes.
Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. Roback, talking about golf, has Q-zips, hoodies, polos, the best in the biz. I know that the bet was stood for a long time for PFT. Are we going to officially make it that if you make a U.S. Open, PFT cuts his hair? Because it was if you win a Super Bowl, PFT cuts his hair. I kind of like this wrinkle that it's still you and it's just a new challenge.
I love that idea, and I don't know why. I don't know why we wouldn't make it that.
Yeah. It seems like it fits.
It's perfect.
Now, I said, I got a little carried away when I saw how close you were. I said that I would shave every hair off my body.
You did get carried away because if I would have had a good day, you would have been shaving every hair on your, which would have been kind of sick. We'd be like, oh my gosh, it's a little spooky. What's happening with this guy?
Yeah.
But I would love it.
Maybe that's if he makes the cut at the US
I think
Open.
if you make the cut, it's every
Yeah.
hair. If you make the U.S. Open, I'll cut my hair into like regular length.
Either way, it would be sick if you did shave every hair on your body, and we also made you wear reading glasses.
Then I could host the Scott Van Pelt show when you went on vacation.
Oh my gosh, you would.
I'll shave my head too, and we'll just do Bizarro World Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
got Stanford Steve.
it would be out of control. Like, you guys are already like huge. Like, it's cool that you guys still want to talk to me, right? But
stop it,
well,
Dan.
you had to get close to the U.S. Open for us to want to call you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. But I mean, you guys would be making, if you guys were both bald and if you guys were hairless with reading glasses, I'll tell you what, you guys would be live tour status money wise.
Yeah.
Not what's backing it. I'm just saying money wise.
It would just give another thing that Billy could behind our back, like at the bar on the weekend. He's like, dude, they can't even see and they got no hair. Like, their time is up.
How's old Billy doing?
Not
doing
good.
well.
All right. Yeah, no, he's fine.
He's doing fine.
He's doing perfectly average for Billy.
Yeah, he's thriving.
He's actually been on a roll recently. So we've been awarding him emojis based on good behavior. It's like, I don't know if you have like charts that you use for your kids where you give them stickers every time they do a chore.
It's like like at school, like they do like a color chart. If you're on, I don't know why red's bad. Maybe it's because it's like a stop sign.
Yeah.
And green's like good and yellow's like, chill out, homie type stuff. But you guys have a color. It's almost like a color chart, but it's an emoji chart.
It's emojis. We give him emojis for as rewards, as treats when he does something good, because he's trying to go to the tight end university camp that they have over in Nashville, which really just means that Billy wants to go to Nashville and get drunk.
Yeah.
So we need to incentivize him. He needs to behave himself if he wants that type of privilege.
Yes.
If he gets enough emoji days, maybe you guys will take him out for an ice cream cone or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. No, they'll become real life stickers. All right, well, Danny, thank you. It's been too long, man. Hopefully we cross paths at some point. And do get us Philip Rivers, please.
All right. Hey, sounds good, Phyllis. Thanks for having me.
Good seeing you, Danny.
See ya.
Danny Woodhead was brought to you by our friends over at Helix Sleep. Why would you buy a mattress that's made for someone else? With Helix, you're getting a mattress that you know will be perfect for the way that you sleep. Helix Sleep has a quiz. It just takes 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Everybody's unique, and Helix knows that, so they have several different mattress models to choose from. They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses great for cooling you down if you sleep hot, mattresses that are great for spinal alignment to prevent morning aches and pains, and even a Helix Plus mattress for plus-size sleepers. I took the Helix quiz. I was matched with a Helix Midnight Luxe mattress because I wanted something that felt medium firm. So, if you're looking for a mattress, you take the quiz, you order the mattress that you're matched to, and the mattress that comes right to your door, shipped for absolutely free. You don't ever need to go to a mattress store again. Nothing weirder than going to a mattress store and laying down on their little floor models and pretending like, oh, this is the position I sleep in. What about you? And then you got the weird salesperson looking over your shoulder. You don't want to have to go through that. Just go to helixsleep.com/take. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they're going to match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, so you get to try it out for 100 nights, risk-free as well. They even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you're going to love it. Helix even has financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never far away. And now they're offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/take. $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/take.
All right, we're going to wrap up. We got Fyre Fest of the week. Hank, if you have a Fyre Fest, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be very mad.
All right. I won't then.
No, go ahead. Go. Give it to us.
I know you've got
it's more like let the record show. I got to try and find my original tweet. I would say it was, I don't know, 6 or 7 weeks ago, maybe less. I bought AirPods and I said, how long till I lose them? And I lost them. I don't know where they are.
I mean, the clock starts on AirPods the second that you buy them.
I lose AirPods like they're going out of business. Did you see the NBA? Who was the NBA player who tweeted? Was Josh Hart? Josh Hart was like, man, I always lose these. And he had, when you pull up your Bluetooth, it has all the old ones. He, no joke, had like 35 AirPods.
Just scattered
it was like
across the
Josh
country?
Hart's AirPods 1, Josh Hart AirPod 2.
Oh,
like
yeah, I did see
Pods,
that.
like Beats 3, like all these things. Very, very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. So I put up a poll. April 11th, I purchased AirPods. This tweet will serve as bookmark for when I lose them. Place your bets. Less than a week, 4%. 1 week to 3 months, 48%. That was the winner of the poll. 3 months to 8 months, 39%. 8+ months, 9%. So people got me.
Yeah.
They got me read like a book.
I mean, AirPods.
Favorite one.
There's never been a more clear example of a product that was designed by a company specifically so that people would lose them and then have to buy them again.
Without a doubt.
And the fact that you can't, if you lose the case, you can't just replace the case.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Sorry
Thoughts
for
and
your
prayers,
AirPods.
Hank. That's
yeah.
a shitty week.
Tough week,
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
Real brutal. PFT, your Fyre
Hope things
Fest.
turn around. My Fyre Fest, this is actually a pretty funny Fyre Fest. So I've mentioned on the show a couple times, I'm going down to the shore this summer, have a house down there again. It's going to be a great time. And part of going down there is we're trying to like sponsor some of the things I'm going to be doing. For example, like grilling out. Maybe we can get some Omaha steaks there. And
You're getting free stuff.
yeah, and,
Nice plug.
And and one of our favorite companies in the world, Chevy, is going to be giving me the Silverado that Billy and I and Bubba drove across the country on our way to the Super Bowl. So we're going to get it wrapped was the idea. And I wanted to turn the Silverado into the Silver Shark.
Mm-hmm.
Like put like gills on the side and have like fins and teeth and shit going over the grill. So turns out what? Hank?
I actually don't. I think I know where you're going with this. I actually don't know though.
Yeah, so it's great. It's awesome that Barstool and Chevy are going to help me out with this. And so we submitted the designs to get it wrapped. It looks like it's going to be awesome. And then they got back to me earlier this week and they said, hey, just so you know, I don't know when you need to have this truck down at the shore. I'm planning on taking it down there like at the very, very end of the month. But they're like, hey, we're going to need for it to be wrapped for out and about in the Barstool Gay Pride wrap, and I need to take the truck down to move my stuff in before they're going to be able to get it wrapped as the Shark.
Love it.
And knowing how I just am reluctant to do anything that requires work, I'm probably just going to end up driving the Gay Pride Barstool Silverado around Jersey Shore all summer long.
You should.
And
you should.
So
yeah, what are you, a Tampa Bay Rays player?
Yeah, dude, come on.
Yeah, am I a bigot? Am I a bigot for wanting the Shark?
Yeah, I think you should.
It's going to be a look.
Yeah,
if that ends up happening,
you got to lean into it.
I think I might have to just lean into it.
Yeah.
Hot boy summer.
Yeah. You can probably get into some good conversations.
Yeah, no,
people stopping the truck and everything.
And you know what? It's probably a good way to not have conversation with somebody. Like if somebody would go out of their way or hate on that.
Yeah, you're weeding out. I'm weeding out. Want to associate
I'm weeding
with.
out the bad hangs.
Yeah.
So I might just be driving a gay pride truck around for the entire summer, which is fine. Like we say, love is love. Probably not going to get that live money now though, which is tough. But we can evaluate that when the time comes.
Yeah. The live money. Yeah, you might have to be excluded from it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good. I think you got to drive the truck. I love the truck. It's like wearing the ribbon.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to do it. You got to wear the ribbon.
I will.
All right, my Fyre Fest is.
It also just has Joey and Pat's face on the truck, I believe.
Beautiful.
Have you seen the designs?
I have not. No.
That will be very, very funny.
Send it over to me because I'd like to see what I could potentially be rolling around in. Because I could delay and get the truck wrapped in the Shark, which looks awesome. I love the Shark idea. But
you should get the Shark rainbow.
But there's some things that I want to get
Shark.
down there for right at the beginning that I'm going to need the truck for. So it's like, what do I want to do? Do I want to like schedule another time to take the truck all the way back to New Jersey, get it rewrapped, and then pick it up? Or am I just going to be like...
You're trying to see, because then you're also kind of low-key silencing the gay truck.
LGBT...
right.
LGBTQPFT.
Yeah, there it is. Just throw it all in there. I bet you if you tweet that, someone will be like, fucking how many letters are there now?
Yeah.
It's
Plus.
bullshit. Yeah.
I just sent it.
I want to see a picture of it.
I sent it to both of you.
Okay. I'm looking as well. My Fyre Fest is wait, hold on, I'm looking at it. Oh, that's a perfect truck. You have to keep it. Proud AF. Out and about. Proud AF. Yes.
You're proud AF on the top.
Dude, you have to keep that.
Wait, they should
I'll
just put
actually
you
be
as
mad if
they
you
should
don't.
put you as the third picture in the thing, just so people know it's your car.
Yeah, I'd be mad if you don't. You have to keep that.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I do want my face on there if it's going to be like Pat and Joey, or maybe I'll put somebody else's face on there. The ma'am shirts.
That's gonna be great. That is gonna be great. All right, my Fyre Fest is obviously the Warriors' future is dead. I truly believe that. So I have a new future that I'm putting in that people are going to be very upset about. Hank, you might actually be upset about it, but it's going to be fun. It is. I don't know why I'm just feeling it this year. It's Subway Series. I'm putting in Subway Series future.
I'd be down for that.
The Mets and the Yankees to meet in the World Series. I think it's 14-1. If you're a Mets or Yankee fan, sorry, but when I said it, who was mad? Oh, Bubba was mad at me because he was like, "Fuck that, that would be brutal." But I just want to see it in this office and the chaos that ensues. So 1 down or 1,000,000 down because the Warriors were not the first future I ever lost, but we're on to the next one. I'm already on to the next one.
You've been doing this all show. I know what you're doing. Like,
I don't.
You guys both are doing it.
I'm not doing anything.
You just decided the series. It's 2-1.
The Celtics are better.
I know.
Hank, we're actually
They
we're
are
actually
better.
not doing anything.
Yeah, we're actually being. I'm
we
being
truly
honest.
believe this. You have won the series already.
I'm not. I don't think the Warriors can do it. I really don't.
Do you have a parade outfit picked out? Are you going to wear the pants?
No, I don't have the pants with me.
Do you need a truck? We should keep that truck forever. Just have it be that truck.
I almost wish the truck was a little gayer.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like
Yeah, it needs a little bit more.
a little more flair to
Disco
it. Yeah.
ball or something. What were you going to
Truck nuts.
say? Truck nuts. Good point. I should put the truck nuts on
Rainbow
there.
truck nuts.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We've talked about it before, but obviously we were just talking about how many like championship runs the Boston's gone on, and New York just doesn't do anything. Like living here in New York, like I would rather like the Rangers, having the Rangers people be excited about the Rangers, like is fun. Like if it was a Subway Series, like it would just be like I'm thinking fun time to be in New York, and I would just root for the Mets.
I'm thinking of it just purely from an entertainment.
Like Frank the Tank beating the Yankees would be the greatest story of all time. Or Frank, it'd be great.
Just the buzz of the office every day
awesome.
would be incredible. And like the Cubs suck, so it's like I'm not even rooting for either team, so to speak. I'm just rooting for them to meet in the World Series and see what happens.
I would not mind seeing the Mets in the World Series. I feel like even though they're technically a rival of the Nationals, when you have a shitty baseball team, you kind of just throw everything out the window.
Yeah,
and you're like,
it's a free roll though this year, where it's
roll,
like for me, like the Cubs suck. So what would be the most entertaining World Series?
I think seeing Frank the Tank in the World Series and trying to figure out like how he can be pessimistic about his team if they're winning the World Series, that's going to be worth the price of admission.
Yeah. All right, Bill, your Fyre Fest.
This one's pretty infuriating. So I was playing basketball Tuesday night with Fastoli. Shout out Fastoli. We were there for like 2.5 hours.
Just the two of you, or?
Oh no, we were playing full court with a bunch of dudes.
Outside.
Okay. It was like one of the first times I played pickup since the pandemic, and it was sick to get back into it. So we were like playing hard. We were gassed. Like I was totally beat up after it.
What's your game like, Billy? How would you compare your game to a modern NBA player?
I mean, it was my first time shooting a lot, so I was just more inside, just getting boards.
Draymond Green with less offense.
Like Robert Williams without being 6'10".
Yeah, without dunking.
Yeah. No, but I hit some clutch shots, but my shot just wasn't really landing that day. So anyway, I'm coming back. So I ordered Chipotle on my way back. So hopefully when I get home, it's there. So I order it. I'm walking back. Then as soon as I order it through DoorDash, it goes delivered already. And I'm like, what? So anyway, I'm like, that's weird. Like, did it not go through? So I check. I paid for it. I get home. I'm waiting. It's definitely not coming. So I get on the phone with DoorDash. They give me the runaround for like 30 minutes. It's getting late. It's like 9:30, 9:45. And so basically they took my money. I have no food, and I don't keep food in my fridge because I've been traveling recently. So it's getting late. Everything's closing. So basically I'm hungry as fuck. I didn't get my food, and they took my money, and I'm pissed.
Did you go to bed without dinner?
No, I had to. I went to the deli. That was. I basically ate an ice cream dinner because that was the only option.
I noticed that you're a little bit swollen now.
Chipotle, fix this.
Chipotle, I'm pissed. I'm a lawyer. I'm guac mode verified, and you took my double protein rewards points.
Fix it. I want him to have a free gift card Monday.
I want the black card for Billy.
I want my points back. I want my money back because I have tons of Chipotle points. I'm a loyal customer, and I think DoorDash stole my burrito. I don't know what happened, but I called. They gave me the runaround. They kept asking me for my order number, which doesn't exist anywhere on my order confirmations. I'm
Fix
pissed.
it.
I'm a loyal Chipotle
Wait, so
customer.
sounds like you might not have ordered.
No, it took my money. I took my money. It's like my Chase card shows that I was charged for my burrito. So I'm pissed.
Now you're broke.
There's nothing worse than getting the runaround.
Fyre Fest.
Yeah.
But yeah. And no burrito.
Justice for Billy. All right, Jake, finish us off.
Yeah, so we were in Albany last week, and we were told to go to this like classic sandwich place, and we were in the parking lot of the sandwich place, and Billy's like, "There's no seats. I want to sit. I'm tired from getting my butt kicked by memes on the lacrosse field." And Billy's like, "Let's just go to TGI Fridays." I'm like, "We are not going to TGI Fridays." Dukes and memes just stayed silent, and Billy's like, "Turn the car around. We're going to Fridays." We go to Fridays, and it ends how you would expect.
So Jake, why? Tell me
diarrhea again?
Not diarrhea, but
Jake, why did you not want to go
Jake
to
or Billy
TGI
talking
Fridays?
there?
It was Friday. Everyone.
So you have to go to TGI Fridays.
Friday.
Sick.
Memes and Dukes.
When in Rome.
Memes and Dukes were like, "Yo, TGI Fridays," and they were all down.
They didn't
Dukes
say a
was
word.
Down. Well, they.
Memes. How down were you, and how down was Dukes?
Memes doesn't have a mic right now.
They were down. They were down. So anyway,
thumbs up or thumbs down?
We were in the.
Lie.
No, everyone was down.
Lie.
Memes will back this up.
We were down to sit, but we were at the sandwich spot. Billy's just
The sandwich spot was a deli, and like it probably would have been a great place, but we'd been out in the sun for like 5 hours. It was
So you had
90
to sit.
degrees. I wanted to
you're
sit.
Diva Billy.
I wanted to sit in
He's
a
Diva
booth.
Billy.
No, I wanted to sit in a booth and just get like unlimited water refills because we were all dehydrated. Everyone else was the same vibe, so everyone was vibing for TGI Fridays. When we got to TGI Fridays,
It was Friday. Like I will say that.
He said that.
there was all the deals. Jake started.
Oh, there were all the deals.
Jake started.
What kind of deal is like? Was that $5 Long Island iced tea night by any chance?
No, we weren't drinking. We were driving. So we were walking.
That's a lie. So that you can always tell when there's a bigger lie when Billy puts a small lie out there.
Well, we couldn't. It was like
It's a
it was lunch.
Russian nesting dolls of lies.
Everybody was driving at the time, so no one could drink.
Yeah.
All right, that's not true. So what really
we,
happened?
as
We
a
did.
collective, were driving.
Anyway, so we. Like it was, Dukes was driving. If it wasn't the group consensus, the driver wouldn't have drove us to TGI Fridays. The vibes were high, and then when
True.
Jake got in there, Jake was just like getting angry at the other customers for just existing. Jake was like, "Oh, look at this place! Oh, this is disgusting." I was like,
He's trying to throw me under the bus for getting mad at other customers.
Jake's looking at Yelp reviews and being like, "Oh, it's just reheated everything. It's disgusting food." So I talked to one of the guys coming out of the store. I'm like, "Yo, did you have a good meal there?" And he goes, "Yeah, it was great." I was like, "Okay, like fuck Yelp. This guy says it was good." So we go in and we had a great time. We got wings. We got like really good sodas.
And it was Friday. Oh, really good sodas. Nice.
Unlimited refills.
And it was good.
Just
It was a good Friday.
It was just like
What was
at
the
that
carbonation
point in
level
time,
like?
it was great.
Yeah,
At
they
that
sat
point,
us at a dirty table, made us get up because they said
Oh,
your
it
table's
wasn't
dirty.
a dirty table. They just
All right,
had to
can
clean
I
it.
can I
'cause
butt
of
in real
COVID.
quick? Jake, it sounds like you're being a little bit elitist towards TGI Fridays.
Exactly.
It's not my spot. I'll just say that.
I do think that like if you were going to like a really well-known deli, you should do that. Like,
Right.
if you're
Yeah,
in
and
a
we're in
different
the parking
city,
lot for it.
you should try.
I agree with that. If Billy's whole thing was, I want to go someplace where I can sit down. First of all, that's code for Billy
they
to be
had
like,
tables
I
and
want to
chairs in
go
the
to
deli.
a place that has cocktails and beer.
Right.
Just be honest, Billy.
Wait,
like
so this-
you didn't want to go to the great
No,
deli
I
because
think-
they didn't serve
I
beer.
No,
actually-
that wasn't the
I think it's actually the rare case where both of you. It was like Billy's diva was passed to Jake's diva, so you both are divas. It was transitive diva property.
So that gets does that come back to you guys as the parents?
No, we weren't involved with them that day. So that's
No,
you can't, only so much you can do.
They were at summer camp.
Like Ted Bundy had a mom. It's not her fault.
There was some low-key heat stroke vibes coming out.
What does that mean?
That means I was
Expand
you guys are basically in the desert.
No,
sounds like.
I mean,
expand on
low-key heat stroke vibes.
We had no water. We had to play
Albany
lacrosse.
is hot this time of year.
They don't have. They didn't have water at the lacrosse practice.
They didn't have
of the major league.
No,
so that's
they
a
had
huge
a cooler in the field.
You realize you could have just said it was hot out.
That's a
You didn't
huge
say low-key
story if
heat
true.
stroke vibes.
I mean,
that Premier Lacrosse League is not providing water to their players.
No, because we got moved off the main field because they had to paint some lines, so we were on the side field that had no waters. And, like, it was so hot. Like, memes, I need some backup here.
Thank you for your service, Billy.
Yeah,
we were playing hard.
How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hungover were you?
I wasn't.
Lost his voice. You can see that in PMTV.
I wasn't hungover. I was, dude. Anyway.
Okay.
I wanted to sit down and get like cold ice water just refilled so I could chug it. That was the vibe.
They didn't have bottles of water at the deli?
No, but
They did.
Dude, how terrible!
They had
would it be?
tables and chairs.
No,
they wanted a
How
booth.
famous of a deli?
Oh,
It's
wait,
not that
you
famous.
could have sat?
That's
Yes,
not
we
true.
could've
Oh,
sat.
he just wanted
That's
a
the next
booth?
day. I got it
All
for
right,
us because
now
Billy wasn't
you
involved.
guys are fully, Billy, you were being a diva, so was Jake, but demanding a booth, specifically a booth.
But just like imagine being so hot and just
having to sit in a
endless
chair.
ice water,
Yeah.
and sitting in a booth after being like you getting your ass like beat with a giant metal stick by memes.
That's a sentence.
Yeah.
I mean,
Put
I'm
that-
still
make a
moved.
quote board for that.
Love
please.
is love again.
Yeah.
We have the guy part of my quote. That would be a good one.
Yes, that would be great. Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Good job. Numbers.
26.
69 on June 9th, which the day is currently.
Just to keep Hank humble, he still has not gotten it. 26.
I'm going to go 27.
Or no, 20. Did 26 get taken?
Yeah, it's.
20
no. 26, 27, 29 are available.
All right, 26. 3 for memes. Evan?
If there is a God,
11.
69 will hit.
What'd you
on
say,
June
Hank?
9th.
18. Banner 18.
6 for Bubba.
69. 69 on 69 day.
What do we got? Oh, is it going to go up? Yep.
Oh. 56. 56.
I feel like that's twice in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Second time.
When was the other time?
The debut, August 27th, 2020.
Oh, that was the
Pretty
first
much,
ball ever?
yeah. First in a
Well,
couple
we
weeks.
did like 10 that day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Orangutans regularly take hostages for food.
Talking away. I don't know what to say. I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you, shine away. I'll be coming for your love again. I'll be coming for your love again. Take on me. Take on me. Take me now. Take on me. I'll be gone. So needless to say, I've said it, but I'm stolen away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say up to me, it's no better to be safe than sorry. It's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me, take on me, take me on, take on me. I'll be gone in a day or two. Things that we say, is it life just to play that worries away? You are the things I've got to remember. You shine away. I'll be coming for you anyway. I'll be coming for you anyway. Take on me. Take on me. Take me on. Take on me. I'll be gone. Take on me. Take me on. Take on Take on me.